Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's move these up a little bit. Oh, I didn't even knock that down. All right, let's see. Also, we can have a good time with them on. I forget what the words to that song is. What is the words to that song? We don't have to take our clothes off. We can have a good time with them on. What is it? We don't have to take our clothes off. Who sang it originally? I think it was a man who sang that originally. Okay. Oh, somebody redid it. Jermaine Stewart. Wow, Jermaine Stewart. Jermaine Stewart did that song. We don't have to take our clothes off. He was the original. It looks like there's a Ella Irie or something that did it recently in 2015. But Jermaine Stewart is the one that I really like, the original. Hold on. Trying to see what the words were. We don't have to take our clothes off. We can have a good time. Oh, wait, is this the same song? Because this looks like her lyrics. Oh, Jermaine, there it goes. We don't have to take our clothes off. We can have a. Oh yeah, we could have a. You know that. We can dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine. We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. We can dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine. Okay? Just slow down if you want me. A man wants to be approached cool and romantically. I've got needs just like you. Give me conversations, good vibrations through and through. So come on, baby. Won't you show some class? Why you want to move so fast? Okay, so this energy is the energy of like sex. I just want to have sex. Okay. So I feel like if we're going into this reading and I'm hearing that song, right? This is like the energy of going into a relationship or something, and it was based on sex, effing, you know. It's so funny because I've been talking about this, and I told somebody the other day that in order to manifest, you need love. Effing doesn't do everything for you. Okay. It just doesn't. You cannot manifest money through attaining sexual energy through effing. It's not going to work. Okay. Frivolous sex partners, friends with benefits, it doesn't work. Okay. The way God showed it to me, okay, y'all know I got to pull out the visual now. I was supposed to do a reading on this yesterday, but I got busy. Okay. All right. So God showed me that this is your heart space. Okay. When your heart is open, okay, you manifest 24 karat gold fertility, seeds of fertility. Okay. So your heart space being open is a beautiful thing. Okay. Your energy is going to radiate out. You're going to manifest in all the different areas of your life: money, finances, healing, friends. The energy of the heart space manifests a lot. Okay. When you come into a person who's been hurt so much that they've taken their heart and they've closed it down, they're like, nope, nope, nope. Okay. Somewhere this person's heart got hurt. Okay. And they're scared to open it back up. But here goes the problem. If I decide to feed my 24 karat gold seeds of fertility into this person's heart, I decide to sleep with them and give them my energy, they can't manifest. So all I'm going to do is keep feeding a dead hole. This person is never going to manifest anything. If they do, it works for a day, a week. Okay. So, but what happens is if I keep feeding them, my vibration starts to, it takes more for me to deplete myself. Okay. I get depleted and now my vibration goes back down to here. I decrease my vibration of creating because I'm feeding into a dead hole that's not feeding. This person can't feed back to me. They've closed off. So they can't give me love back. So all I'm going to do is just keep giving. A lot of y'all are in relationships or have been in relationships where you just kept giving, and you didn't get it back. And it's kind of like that energy of just like, well, hey, can we go out to dinner? No, I got stuff to do with my friends. Oh, okay. Well, you want to watch a movie with me? No, I got to meet my mom. We're going to do something. And you're like, well, do you want to spend time with me? And they're like, of course I do. Like, what the hell? I went through this with my husband. When there was a time that I wouldn't stay home and he'd be like, damn, are you going to sit down? And I'd be like, I got stuff to do. I didn't want to be with him anymore. I didn't want to admit that to myself. The connection had burnt out. There was nothing there. We weren't even having sex. And I had come to the conclusion, okay, I'll just stay married to him because that's what we do. We just stayed married. But I'm not giving him anything and he's not giving me anything. We're just going to sit here and stare at each other, okay? And act like everything's good because we got this beautiful house and cars and money. But even with all that, it wasn't enough to keep me. I had to go, okay? God was pulling on me. When you're feeding into a person, I remember here goes the thing. It wasn't always him doing that to me. What happened was I was feeding into him and things were good. We were both feeding in to each other. He was giving to me. I was giving to him. It was a great cycle. Okay. At some point in time, he shut down. I don't know why. I felt like there was another man or woman. He shut off. So then I kept feeding into him, but he stopped feeding into me. And I stayed there and I continued to feed into him, but I wasn't getting anything back from it. So then my heart shut down. And I could not love other people the way I needed to love them. Okay. So my manifestation went down. I went over here and decided, okay, I'm going to cheat. I did the cheating thing. So now the person I'm cheating with is feeding into me. I can't feed back into him because I'm feeding into my dead husband. Okay. So this person was like, well, damn, Nick, are you going to leave? Are you going to stay? Like, what you going to do? And I was like, well, I don't want to leave because I'm feeding into him. And he's like, okay, but what about me? I'm feeding into you. And I was like, that's my husband. He's like, yeah, but you're not happy. Why would you stay? And I was like, I don't know, because that's what you do, right? I was like, you don't understand. It's a marriage. You don't understand. You're not married. He was like, I think I understand clearly. And I was like, well, then fine. So then he said, I'm not feeding into you anymore. And I said, fine. I'm going to stay in my dead marriage. I stayed in my dead marriage. The shit ended up, I finally got tired of feeding into him and said, fuck it, I'm done. Marriage ended anyway. Now the person that did love me at one point in time doesn't love me anymore. I missed out on an opportunity because I decided to stay and plant seeds into dead soil instead of recognizing that this person was not feeding back into me. It was hard for me to accept that because it was good at one point in time. It did work at one time. But that's the thing about seasons. People need to understand seasons. True love does die if you don't feed it. People think that when you get married, well, I don't have to do anything for my husband. I married him. I don't have to do anything for my wife. I married her. No, you still have to feed into that. You have to feed that person. You got to give them nurture and love. You can't do it sporadically either. It has to be an everyday effort. Marriage doesn't work unless you both put effort into it constantly. Every day it's a task, it's a job, but it's something you want to do. When you don't want to do it anymore, you'll know that the person don't want to do it anymore, but they don't want to tell you that. Because the benefits of us staying together was a 5-bedroom house, $100,000 in cars, $65,000 in credit, okay? $200,000 income a year. It was so much benefit to staying in it, even though it was dead. It had financial benefit. It had, material benefit, but it had no spiritual benefit and it had no love. Okay. And when I left there, I was able to open my heart back up by myself. And I fed my energy back into myself. And I grew it more. And I grew it more. And I grew it more. And I said, Nick, after all this healing you've done, you can't go back to nobody that's not open. So if anybody comes in your life and they're not open, am I really going to trade all this work I did to build myself up and heal myself? I dropped layers of baggage and picked up layers of healing. I can't do that. So I can't be a third party because this person is going to feed into their dead spouse. Okay? Because if the spouse wasn't dead, then they wouldn't be cheating. If your relationship or marriage is good, then you don't cheat. Happy people don't cheat. Let's make that very clear now. Okay? Happy people don't cheat. Okay? It's only people that aren't getting what they need and their spouse isn't willing to give it to them. No matter how you ask. No, you could do counseling. Some spouses be like, I'm not doing counseling. I'm not doing this shit. But they just like, this is just the way it's supposed to be. Nah, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. I have learned over the years, I have had some amazing relationships. And I'm like, damn, I will never go back to anything less than what this person offered me. I can't. Okay. So feeding your heart energy into dead soil is just putting seeds in the ground that never sprout. And here goes the thing. If you decide to feed into a person whose heart center is dead and they're not capable of love, all that's going to happen, they don't manifest anything. So then you feel like, damn, here I am giving all this love to this man or to this woman, and their life isn't, they don't even know how to use my energy. They don't even know how to use my energy. My energy is 24 karat gold. I have put work into this shit. Okay? I'm going to give you my energy so that you can plant seeds that are never going to grow because your heart space isn't open. So now you're wasting my energy. So why would I give you my energy so that you can throw it in it's like giving somebody your energy. It's like going shopping and you go in your closet and you buy like a really nice designer coat that you really like. Okay. Maybe you got a, what do you call it? You got a Hermes leather coat or something. Okay. And you're like, I worked my ass off to get that coat. That was hard for me to get. That shit isn't cheap. It was $1,500. But it's like your prize because you worked so hard for it. And you're like, I don't have a lot of stuff, but I worked for that. And it's like, it showed me what I could do. So that jacket is a motivator. I'm not materialistic because it's Hermes. I see it as a trophy of what I can accomplish when I put my mind to it. That's how you need to look at the material things in your life. Okay. So your friend comes over and says, hey, I love your Hermes jacket. You've had it for a while. And you're like, you know what? I'm about to buy a new one. So you're like, so she's like, well, can I have it? And you're like, sure. So you take it out the closet and you have it wrapped in plastic in the dry cleaning plastic. And you give it to her. And you're like, and she's like, oh my God, thank you. So you're like, well, yeah, I hope you love it as much as I do. Like, it's a great jacket. I worked hard for that jacket. And she's like, girl, I know you did. So then a month later, you go over to her house. And she's like, oh, I'm coming. I'm getting dressed. You walk into her bedroom and the Hermes jacket you gave her that was $1,500 that you worked your ass off to get is on the floor. And you're like, is that the Hermes jacket I gave you? And she's like, oh yeah, girl, I wore it the other night. You threw that Hermes jacket on the floor. Yeah, oh, girl, I was gonna hang it up. I'm gonna clean up my room later. But you like, why didn't you just hang it up when you got home? Well, I was going to. And it hits you. When you worked for that Hermes jacket, you worked your ass off to get it. So you were proud to get it. You handed your Hermes jacket over to a friend who didn't work for it. So they don't appreciate the shit. So now you're feeling some kind of way because you're like, this bitch done took this jacket I gave her, thought she would appreciate it, and she don't put the shit up. Look, you be like, yo, can I, just out of curiosity, can I have that Hermes jacket back? Oh, well, I mean, girl, I love that jacket. You don't love it as much as I do because this shit is on the floor. And she's like, are you serious right now? It's just a jacket. It's just a jacket to you. But to me, It was 5 weeks of overtime. It was determination. It was a lot of things to me. And you just threw it on the floor and act like it's nothing. Girl, why are you being so materialistic? It's just a jacket. No, it's not. It's bigger than that to me. It represents the hard work I put in. It represents what I can accomplish when I work hard. But see, you don't do overtime. You don't stay late at work. They ask you to stay. You got a party to go to. You got a date to go on. I stay and work. So when I gave you the jacket, I thought maybe you would appreciate the shit. Give me my fucking jacket back. Hell out of here. Because you ain't going to throw no Hermes jacket that I worked my ass over and throw it on the floor and act like it isn't anything. Well, I could buy 10 of those. Well, if you could buy 10 of them, bitch, go get them, because I'm not giving you this one. And that's what that is. I could get this on my own. I didn't need you to give it to me. Well, then why didn't you have it? Because you can't. Because you know what? You don't have the same work ethic I have. Somebody around y'all does not have the same value system that y'all have. And God is trying to show you. For some of y'all, it's like this person has made you feel like you're not shit. This is like somebody saying, well, I don't even understand. Like, you come from the hood. How could you even appreciate Hermes? Bitch, because I worked for it. Don't ever downplay where I came from. Don't ever act like because you went to a private school or you had certain shit that you are higher level than me. You can, I'm going to tell you this, and I learned this myself. I went to the best schools. My mom put me in the best schools. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mom. She put me in the best schools. I had the best education. I learned how to write cursive until my hands hurt because they had to be perfect. Penmanship. Okay? They don't even teach penmanship anymore. Kids don't even know how to write cursive anymore. Okay? My education, I was around a lot of kids who did not appreciate shit that their parents offered. Their parents, my mom worked all the time, so she didn't pick me up from school. I had to take the bus home. Their parents picked them up every day. Man, my mom is late. God, I can't believe she's late. I'm like, at least your mom has the time to come pick you up. Do you know how much I would love my mom to pick me up from school? But she can't because she's running businesses. Okay? Then you get in class and they got, polo jackets and Sebago shoes, which was big back then, Sebago shoes, and all these different things. And they're just like, I told my mom I wanted this. I told her I wanted this. I don't know why the hell she bought this. Like, I can't even believe I got to wear this shit. And I'm looking at them like, dude, I can't even get my Sebagos yet because I'm one of 4 kids. My mom got to buy clothes for all of us. So I can't even have that shit yet. You got it, and you're unappreciative of it. Okay? Your parents go to McDonald's, buy you lunch, and drop it off at lunchtime so the shit is hot. My parents packed me a tuna fish sandwich. My mom didn't believe in bologna. We usually had salami. Okay? You don't appreciate the shit that people have given to you and done for you because they've given it to you so much in your life that now you just look at it and you just expect it to be given to you. But see, when you get in a relationship with a person who had to work hard to get theirs, and then you watch people throw your money away on stupid shit, you feel some kind of way. Okay? You feel some kind of way. And I feel like y'all have somebody around you like that, that you work for stuff to give to them or to help them. Okay? It's like having the bum on the street say, hey, can you help me out? And you hand them $1 and they're like, $1? The hell am I doing with $1? You're like, if you get $1 from another person, you can put that shit together and get a sandwich from 7-Eleven. You're like, man, fuck you in that $1. I want $5. Wow. You can't even manifest $1 for yourself, but you had the nerve to throw my $1 down? Bitch, please, give me my money. Somebody is out here trying to make y'all feel like they're better than you. Okay? But the truth is, if you don't deal with this person, they won't have the shit they have. The only reason they're spending the money they spend and the things that you're doing is because you're giving it to them. If you don't buy that Hermes jacket and give it to them, they won't buy. They don't have the work discipline to do it. Somebody doesn't want to work. That's what I'm picking up. Y'all have people around you in your life that don't want to work. Okay? And the truth is, this person, I feel like some of y'all, this person puts you down or tries to use a Bible. Well, do unto others. Yeah, bitch, but you don't do it back. I hate people who do that. I hate people who do that. I hate people who literally sit there and say, well, you know, the Bible says do unto others. And I'm like, but bitch, I'm still waiting for you to do unto me. Like, I'm really serious right now. Okay. I hate people like that. They do that crap. And I just be sitting there like, yo, you got some nerve. Okay. But they're just like, but you're supposed to. And I'm like, but you're supposed to too. Well, I don't have to, or I did this, or I did that. And you're like, you got an excuse for every time somebody holds you accountable. You got an excuse. But you want to sit here and tell me everything I'm supposed to do, or tell me how I'm supposed to be. Yo, you crazy. And then you realize, damn, if I cut this person off, they won't have shit. The only reason they're showboating and they're able to go around with the money and stuff they had, think about it. When I was a kid in high school, all my friends were driving. My friend drove a BMW to school. I had a Volvo. They had different things, right? Everybody was showboating because, yeah, I got a car, I got this, I got that. But it was our parents' money. It wasn't ours. That Volvo wasn't my car. That was my dad's car. My dad let me drive the Volvo. And he let me know, like, look, I'm going to let you drive my second car. But please remember, this is my car. Okay? This is not your car. When you get older, Nick, you're going to have to get out there, work for it, and buy what you want. And you know what? My dad had a BMW, a 745 IL. I worked and got myself a BMW, a 325. Okay? So now I had an appreciation of nice stuff because I was willing to work for it. Okay? Listen, Linda. Somebody around y'all is sitting here beating you down, making you feel bad. Okay? Taking your confidence away. When the truth is, if you walk away from this person ain't shit. They only look good because they with you. They only look good because they got access to your bank account. They only look good because they have access to your energy. You're feeding them your energy. You keep feeding into a dead hole. Look at this shit. I tell you no lie. Look what flipped over. I'm not going to take, well, should I take all of them? No, I'm going to take the top one. Look at this. 5 of Cups. Okay. Do you see this woman over this man? Do you see the way she's yelling at him? This is somebody that's like, you need to do this, and you ain't shit, and and the guy is like trying to cover up his ears, like, damn, like, yo. But this is like having one of those wives that's nagging, and look at him, he got a little beanie on. He looks like a child. This is a wife that cheats. This could be a wife or a husband that treats the other spouse like a child. You don't know what to do. You don't know anything about high society. You don't know anything. Okay, like, this is what we do. This is how we act. Like, you don't know anything. You're not even a part of our society. Your family didn't have money. You didn't have shit. I'm telling y'all, I had friends that used to treat their spouses like this. And I'd be like, girl, if you didn't want to marry him because he didn't come from something, why did you marry him? Because it gave her power to bully him. She couldn't do that shit with no man that made the same money as her. There are women out here that purposely choose men who come from less, and so that they can make that man feel like he has more. I have a friend that did that shit. She sure did. She would never date a man on her level because a man on her level would never let her talk to him like that. A man on her level would be like, bitch, I wish you would. I went to the same good schools as you. Okay. I went on the same trips to the Outer Banks and Martha's Vineyards like you. You ain't going to talk to me like that. Okay. But this is a woman who feels like the man that she's with is beneath her. Okay. And so she feels like I can talk to him any kind of way because, you know, he married up. She's like, oh, I upgraded you. You wasn't shit till you got with me. The people that talk to you now, they didn't talk to you. They would never talk to somebody like you. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all, I used to be like this. Not like this, but I used to be a very egotistical brat. Okay. I remember when I met my friend, my sister, Healing with Yah, right? And when I met her, she was working in the mall, and she was like, hey, I told her I moved to Georgia, and I was like, hey, she was like, maybe we could hang out. I'm from DC. And I was like, cool. Somebody from up north. I can hang out with somebody that knows, like, the mentality of up north, because down south is different. Trust me. Okay. So when she reached out to me and she was like, she was working at Things Remembered at the time. And I was like, okay, cool. She's nice. I'm like, oh, she ain't gonna reach out to me. Right. So she reached out to me. We started hanging out. She was like, oh, I work at Walmart. And I was like, she works at Walmart. And my programming on how I was brought up was that you don't have certain people. My programming growing up was that you try to marry people or be around people and surround yourself with people that will get you into high society, or you stay within your own society. Okay. Which is why I kind of felt like during my life that my dad was like, no, you're not going to deal with this person. We spent a lot of money. We invested a lot of things into you. You know, we put you in the best schools. We put you in the elite circles. You're not going to hang around the dude that from the we're just not doing it. Okay. You're going to deal with people of a certain caliber. Okay. I brought home the black guy I brought home from school. When I was trying to deal with the black guy, my dad hated him because he didn't go to private school. He roamed the streets. He was like, no. I brought home a white guy from school, Scott. He was like, who's the white guy with the Spider-Man t-shirt? And I was like, that's Scott, Daddy. He's like, oh, okay. They ain't say nothing about Scott. They have no problem with Scott. Okay. Because Scott was white. And so most people attribute white with higher society. Okay. And Scott, honestly, I would say he was like middle class. He was his parents didn't have as much as mine, but they just look at him and just felt like, okay, he's better than her being with the black guy in the corner. Okay. The crazy thing about it was Scott was cool. We ended up being friends. We didn't really go further than that, you know? But the stereotypes out here is just atrocious. I later went on to date several white guys. Some of them treated me like shit. Okay. But I had this stigma in my head because I went to an all-white school. I had this stigma in my head that kids that come from private school and certain environments, that these people are better. You know, that I'll have a better relationship if I date a guy that has more money, or he went to the Tower Hill or Tatnall, or, you know, those are some of the elite schools, Archmere in my state. Okay. Yeah, that's a lie. That is a lie. I have met some of the nastiest people who claim to be of high society, but they are rude. They are ignorant. They are judgmental. They put other people down. I would be in public with some of my friends and I'm like, dude, you did not have to talk to that person like that. She's like, what the hell? Like, the bitch works at Target, Nikki. Fuck it. And I was like, damn, but you know, she got a family. She's a person. You don't have to talk to her like that. She's like, well, she don't want to be talked like that. She could get a better job. And I started looking at my friends and the people around me. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I like y'all. Y'all are not conducive for my greatest good. Y'all treat people bad. And you make yourself feel good by treating other people bad. And this was all before this was happened like early on in my marriage, you know? So I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. This is not the type of people I want to be around, you know? And so I feel like for some of y'all, there could be a man, because this is what's on the card, but it could be a woman. There's somebody around y'all that's like, they're breaking down your self-confidence. You know, telling you you're not shit, trying to tell you how, look at you. You don't even dress up nice. Look at you. Nobody in my circle dresses like that. But that doesn't mean that you don't dress nice. That doesn't mean just because you don't dress a certain way, or maybe, you know, you don't wear certain things. That doesn't mean anything. You shouldn't have to change your whole persona. Either you love me the way I am or you don't. Like I told y'all, I went out on a date with my boyfriend once and he wore a t-shirt and a pair of corduroy jeans and his boots. He didn't want to change from his work clothes. And I was like, okay, I didn't like it, but I love him. So we can go to Fogo. I look cute with my heels. But, you know, we looked a little odd, but we had a great time that night. It was more about how much fun we had than going out where we went. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Five of Cups is about regret. Okay. I feel like somebody went into a relationship. See this Two of Cups? They went into this relationship and they thought this was like their dream come true. This is like, I think this is my dream come true. I married somebody of a higher status, or they may come from a certain clout, you know, a family or economic status or some shit like that. Okay. But the person they chose is like treating them like shit. And it's like, how much do you take? Do you sell your soul and your self-esteem to be a part of some kind of elite, you know, economic status, to be around rich people per se? Okay. So I never treated my husband bad. He came from the islands. His parents, they got a house. They had a house. He didn't have the stuff that I had growing up. He did go to Catholic school, you know, but he didn't have some of the material things that I had grown up, you know? And so For me, my thing is, I knew where my parents came from because I remember how my parents worked and my mom cleaned houses and she had her own business for cleaning. I remember where my parents came from. And for a little while, I got around the wrong people and forgot. Bitch, your mom used to clean houses. Your mom worked hard to put you through private school. All these other kids, they don't know what their parents went through to give them this lifestyle. So they take it for granted. You can't take it for granted because you remember your mom working crazy hours. You remember being a latchkey kid and have to come home with your brothers from school, you know? So I had to remember where I came from. I forgot where I came from. And I was trying so hard to fit in with these higher society people. And I was like, man, fuck that. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Okay? I'm straight. I don't want to go around life mistreating people. This does not make me feel good. I'm looking at the woman in the cashier in Target and I'm like, you destroyed her. You destroyed her with your words. She's like, so? She works at Target, bitch. And I'm like, wow, okay. I don't like that. I had to let that friend go. She had to go. I had to let her go. And I said, that's not the person I want to be. And then when I started dating certain people, they would say, Nikki, why are you dating him? I'm like, And I'm like, because he's nice. They're like, but he doesn't make as much money. And I'm like, but he's nice. They're like, yeah, but his family doesn't even live out here. I'm like, but he's nice. They're like, oh, so you're slumming. I was like, wow, okay. I'm gonna have to just leave y'all alone because y'all are they would rather they would rather stay in their economic status per se, their level or whatever. But they were miserable. Their husbands were cheating on them. Most of them are still. Their husbands cheat on them. They go to Martha's Vineyard. They travel. They do a lot of stuff. But their husbands cheat on them, have kids with other women, and make enough money to maintain the other woman and home. And I was like, damn, but she's like, oh, I don't care as long as he take care of us. And I'm the wife. Who the hell wants to live like that? Oh, I'm the wife. I'm the husband, but my husband or wife has other people on the side. Who wants that? I'm not, no, not me. Not I, said the black girl. Nah, I can't. So 5 of Cups in reverse, okay? This is this energy of coming out. See, these are opportunities that this man or woman had to be with other people. And these opportunities he turned down. He or she turned down these opportunities. They're spelled down on the ground, okay? This is like, nah, I'm going to choose this one. This is my 2 of Cups. These are all the other opportunities. Do you see there's something in these cups? This is like several opportunities for love, somebody to care for you, somebody to be there for you, because liquid represents emotions. These are people that truly love it. This is a roses on the ground. The person who truly loved this man or woman, they kicked these people to the curb. And they went with the person that has nothing in their cup. But they did it because this person may come from a certain society. They thought they were marrying up. They thought they were choosing somebody of a better class. I'm telling you, I came from that life. I ain't never going back. I'm never going back. And I told you, I don't like the whole I fuck the debutante ball. Fuck this. I'm telling you, my family is Deltas. Deltas are AKA. I love the sororities. I don't like some of the treatment in some of the chapters, which is why I never even considered joining at all. Okay. I just don't like cliques. I never did. Okay. So some of the chapters are amazing. My aunts and cousins do amazing stuff with Delta for the Deltas. My mom's a Delta. Okay. I am just not a clique person. I'm just not. Okay. So I chose not to go down that route. Somebody is like realizing that the 2 of Cups they chose were empty, meaning that the person who chose them did not choose them for love. This person could have chose them for money, security, to give them something, okay? To get something from that person. And I feel like this woman has a problem with the way this man dresses. So when this man gets dressed, I feel like this woman is like, what the hell do you have on? And he's like, this is what and she's like, oh my God, like, ugh, I'm not taking you anywhere. And he's like, what? What's wrong? What's wrong with my clothes? And she's like, the people in my, oh God, I don't want anybody to see you. This is somebody who's ashamed to take this man out in public because they don't like the way he dresses. They don't like what he wears. And when he puts on his best, she's like, that's what you're wearing? Oh God. Okay. No, we're not doing that. Okay. This is sad. 5 of Cups in reverse is letting go of this. Taking time to realize that the person, gaining your confidence back and taking a chance and realizing, you know what? I am a good person. I dress nice. I take care of myself. I look good. Just because you don't like what I have on doesn't mean that I don't look good. So I don't fit into your little circle or your little repertoire of friends or your little economic status. I still love me and I look good. And I went and bought this outfit and you just made me feel like shit. Like, dude, for real? This is like realizing that the person that you married, they feel like they upgraded you. And that's what I feel like. Somebody's in a relationship with someone that they feel like, I upgraded you. You weren't shit till I met you. Get the fuck out of here. What? Pardon my mouth. What? What? Where we do that at? Let me tell you, ain't nobody ever going to come in my life and tell me that they made me a better person. You ain't never make me better. Okay? I am who I am and I make me better. The person I marry does not make me a better person. And it's funny because the Capricorn that I told y'all about, he got married in a wedding that was like $30,000. It cost like $30,000. Him and her were struggling to get the fucking money up to pay for the shit. They didn't even have all the money to pay for it, but it was a big show. He came in riding in on a white horse. He had a crown on. He had a white tuxedo. She came in a horse and carriage that had like a pumpkin and shit. So she looked like Cinderella or some shit like that. Okay. It was crazy. And they did this whole hurrah, right? And his comment underneath the picture, I'll never forget, because I said, this is sad. Underneath the picture, he said, she upgraded me. And I was like, damn. You know what that means? He didn't think he was shit till he got with that woman. He chose a woman that he felt would make him look like a better man to society. And the sad thing about that is that means that he didn't have any self-esteem when he got with her. It was getting with her that gave him the self-esteem. And I remember years later when we met up and people would be talking, we would be out chilling or whatever, seeing people, and people would be like, he would always say, well, my wife's a doctor. My wife's a doctor. My wife's a doctor. She's a chiropractor. And I was like, damn, you talk about what your wife is, but what about what you are? His accomplishment, he felt like his accomplishment was that he married her. That's literally how he looked at it. My accomplishment in this life was that I married her. And I was like, damn, that is so sad. That is so sad. Because the person I choose to marry, I'm not going to marry the person because they have something or they're of a certain elite status. I'm going to be real with you. I have no desire to go back to that economic class. I'm going to be real with you. I have no desire. I'm good where I'm at. I have friends in all different areas. I have friends that go to Martha's Vineyard. I have friends that we have taken trips and they pay for all the trip and everything. I ain't put no money out. I got friends that are rich, got trust funds and everything, but I got friends that work at Walmart too, and they are just as fucking loyal. I got friends that work at Target. I got friends that work at McDonald's, and they're good people. I don't judge people by what they have or what they don't have or where they work or how much money they make. I learned that lesson the hard way. Because when my divorce went down, all the people in that economic status was looking at me sideways. And I was like, damn, are you serious right now? And they're kind of like, well, you know, Nick, you did cheat. And I'm like, but he cheated too. Your husband cheats too. They're like, yeah, but everybody doesn't know about it. Like yours got found out. So that kind of makes you look bad. So I'm like, wow, really? Really? So now you're going to stay friends with him, but you won't stay friends with me. And you know what happened? I'm not even going to lie to you. The bitch that did that, her husband cheated with a younger woman that she knew. And that shit was all over the place. When my husband cheated on me, everybody told me to stay with him. When I cheated on my husband, they told my husband to leave me. When her husband cheated on her, she stayed with him. But she was the main one telling my husband to leave me because of the cheating. I said, karma is a bitch, isn't it? You really start to find out who people really are when you go through issues in your marriage. Because she felt like her marriage was savable, but mine wasn't. And I listened to that dumb hoe. I listened to her. I should have never listened to her. I should have just worked on my marriage. But I listened to the wrong people. Honestly, I should have listened to the people that told me to leave. Because there were people told me, look, Nick, if you don't love him anymore, just leave. I was like, no, because what are people going to think? And, we got this, we got that. And then I had the friends that said, well, just cheat. Just don't let him find out. She was one of those friends, She was like, well, you could just fool around. You don't have to have him find out. But when everything came out, she was like, girl, I got to cut you off like everybody else because I don't want people to know that I knew that you were. I was like, what the heck? Yo, I was like, yo, that's when I said all that high society bullshit, y'all can keep that shit because y'all are fake as fuck. You're fake as fuck. You keep, as long as your husband, you don't know your husbands are cheating. I mean, people in the public don't know your husbands are cheating. You're fine. He got 3 kids with a whole nother bitch in the neighborhood, three neighborhoods down, but you're cool with it as long as everybody doesn't know. He travels, takes a bitch on vacation and everything, but as long as everybody doesn't know, you're cool with it. Nah, that fake ass shit. Nah, I was like, I can't live like that. So if that's what y'all want in high society, y'all can keep that shit. I'll go out here and make my own money. I'll go out here and do my own thing. I'm not living no lie. Yeah. Clarify, spirit. Oh, what flipped? We have the strength card, and it's on top of the Hierophant. I'm going to take this since it's only 2, okay? So the strength card is the Leo card. It's a card about courage, okay? It's about courage, and the Hierophant is the God energy. Do you notice this person is praying, right? So the Hierophant is about, what does God want me to do? What am I feeling that God is saying, okay? Because I feel like somebody has been being strong-armed by someone. They could be married to a Leo, okay? This could be a marriage, and they could be married to a Leo. This person is literally like, open your mouth, and this is what you're going to say, and this is what you're going to do, and this is what you're going to wear, and this is how you're going to act, and don't say anything. Just stand there and be cute and shut the hell up. Don't speak of anything because you're not on the same intellectual level. You'll never be able to hold these conversations. So just shut up and just be there, okay? Somebody was strong-arming somebody. Yep. Somebody was strong. Look at this. This is like a dolphin. Look, wrapped around the ankle. This person was trying to hang on to the person that was literally trying to tear them apart. Okay? This is Stockholm syndrome. When we try to hold on to and love our abusers, that's called Stockholm syndrome. Okay? We literally sit there and say, you know, she's like, I hate him. He's this. Look at him. Look at how he's dressed. Oh my God. And we're like, but I love her. But I love her. You know? But I love my wife. And your wife's like, oh my God, he's just an asshole. I see this in Georgia all the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have gone into the grocery store and seen men pushing the grocery cart. And I'm like, yo, and she's like, didn't I tell you that I'm going down the next aisle? Like, could you hurry up? And they're like, uh-huh. And they pushing the cart with the kid running. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she done took his balls. I cannot. I see it in Georgia all the time. It's crazy. I don't see it up north. Men up north don't act like that. Okay? First of all, you disrespect a man in Philly, he gonna be like, hold on. Nah, don't talk to me like that. We'll talk about this shit when we get home, but you ain't gonna talk to me like that in public. Okay? You can't disrespect a Philadelphia man. A northern man, Philadelphia, Jersey, Delaware, New York, you can't disrespect them in public. They will not have that shit. Oh, no. Okay? She said, I'm gonna stick this beside him too. Okay? Yeah, it's like, they're like, is this your wife? Is this your husband? Is this your woman? Is this your man? Uh-huh. And he's like, this is your man. This is what you want. This is your wife. This is what you want. And they're like, I'm going to stick beside them. Yep, that's mine. The one that's punching you. The one that's hitting you. The one that's calling you and say you ain't shit. The one that's talking about your clothes every time you get dressed. The one that's destroying your self-esteem. Yep, that's mine. This is what somebody been doing. This is literally what somebody been doing. Yeah. And I feel like this person disrespects this person in public. But look at the knees on this guy. See their confidence? Somebody's praying. Look at their confidence is all gone. There may be a kid involved in a situation. See that? And they're like, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. I just feel like I got it. My child is here. I'm working. I'm trying to work with this. I'm committed to this marriage. I'm committed to being abused. Somebody needs to go to some self-esteem classes. I also feel like when this person comes out of this situation, they're going to be able to share their story and help other people. I truly do feel like this is a man. And I feel like there's a channel on YouTube called Angry Man. You check out his channel because I love it. He posts videos of women disrespecting men. And he is just like, where we do this at? Like, why are you accepting this, my brothers? And I think it's a great encouragement. I encourage women. I love his channel because he lifts up men. And I think men need to see that shit. And he'd be like, yo, you let your wife talk to you like that? Yo, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. There are sick women out here, and we got to stop that. There are men out here, and you're choosing broken women because your self-esteem is broken. Get your self-esteem on track. Start loving you. And this is a message for men. Men need to start loving themselves too. Okay? We always talk about women loving themselves, but what about the men? Why can't a man speak his mind? Why can't he tell you that he doesn't like something without you getting upset and feeling, oh, he's tearing me down? No, he's telling you what he's feeling. Okay? But you don't want to hear that. You don't like it. You don't, we tell, if a woman wants to speak, we tell a man, oh yeah, you need to listen to her. She's trying to speak to you. She's trying to tell you her heart. But when a man does the same thing, it's like, no, man, you a man. You ain't supposed to tell how you feel. You're just supposed to take it. What the hell? Not in my family. The men in my, listen, my cousin just got rid of his second wife. Second wife? He just got rid of his second wife. Okay? He like, I bet you I won't. Not my family. The men in my family, they replace them. Okay? And we get to the family reunion. We be like, what happened to Katie? Well, this is Karen. Oh, okay. What happened to, well, damn. I'm like, well, what the hell happened to Karen? This is Sophia. I'm like, well, okay, shit. It's family. Look, if he likes it, I love it. Okay? Katie might not have treated him good. Karen might have treated him like shit. Ain't no man in my family told to take no shit from nobody. I'm going to keep that shit so real. Okay? So I don't know where this ideology is coming from, where we tell men that you're a man. You're supposed to take it. Say it with your chest. Get the hell out of here. So you just supposed to let a bitch hit you? I remember my brother, his wife, she hit him in the back of the head with a frying pan. I said, yo, I got to go to Baltimore. I got there because if he hits her, if he fights her, he's going to jail. If I go knock her ass out, I ain't going to jail. Okay? But men, there's a double standard that men have got to start loving themselves. Y'all got to stop having these women be treating y'all. That man in the grocery store, she came back up she said, I told you I was going over here in this section. He was like, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I said, oh, I can't be with no Georgia man. I can't be with no Georgia man. If you born in, I can't do it. And I hate to say it, the guy Brad I dated, his wife cheated on him. I don't even know if them 5 kids are his. Let me tell you what she did, though. She cheated on him in the house with another man, kicked him out the house, moved the other man in, and then dropped all the kids off to his mama. Girl, I was like, what the? Yes, she did. She didn't even want the kids. She dropped the kids off to Brad's mom. And he literally had to leave the city that he was in because there wasn't a lot of jobs. He left and came to Atlanta to work and get his money up. Because he's like, I got to send this money back because my mom is taking care of my mom and my sister are taking care of my kids. And I said, what kind of hoe did you marry? He said, as soon as they put the down payment on the house and they paid for the house, this is when the bitch kicked him out. You know who else did that? My daughter's father. That happened to him. As soon as they bought a townhouse, this bitch started calling, oh, he's hurting me. And she had him arrested, called a false case of domestic abuse on him, and kicked him out his own. He said, Nikki, I wasn't even in my house for a year. I put the down payment on the house. I did all that. And I know he did because he showed me. And she couldn't wait. As soon as she kicked him out, she kicked him out and moved another dude in. And get this, the dude she kicked out the house, his name was the same name as my daughter's father. So I was like, damn, she even replaced you with a dude with the same name? Now, you know, that's cold. That's some cold shit. I was like, yo, there are women out here using men to get money and get to a certain way. And then they going to kick them out and bring their next dude in. They like, man, fuck this. Men are in, that's a woman in masculine energy. Men are out here wifing women in masculine energies. And that's a masculine energy because she strong to strong arm a man and kick him out and bring another man in. First of all, what man would do that? What man would want to live in another man's house? You got to be the female in the relationship because a man's job is to protect, profess, and provide. But if the woman is providing the home by kicking her husband out to provide a home for you, then you're the female, which means the man is getting kicked out the house. She saw you as the female. Get your balls back, man. Get your self-esteem back. Y'all got to stop letting these women run you. They get in these relationships, and I went through it. When I got with my husband, before we got married, I would say, baby, I want to do this. He would say, no, we're not going to do that. That's not the best time for us to do it financially. And I was like, okay. But I would be like, damn, that's so sexy. He told me no. He stood up to me. I love that shit. Like he takes charge, right? Little by little in the marriage, he started becoming a yes man. And I would be like, I want to do this. He'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I got what I wanted. The no's started to disappear. And everything was like, yes, sure. Yes, sure. Yes, sure. And I started realizing this is no fun. He tells me yes to everything. He goes, do whatever you want. And I'm like, so you know what? I got bored with that because your partner's supposed to challenge you. Okay. My partner wasn't challenging me no more. And I was like, this shit is boring. The guy I cheated with would tell me no in a heartbeat. He'd be like, no, we're not doing that. And I would say, for real? And he wouldn't even tell me no twice. He'd only tell me no once. And I was like, damn, that's sexy. People don't understand that women respect men who stay in masculine energy as the leader. When you see women that are with men for 20 years, 30 years, it's one of two reasons. One is because she respects the hell out of her partner because her partner's a leader and she can trust him to handle shit. Or two, he gave away his balls a long time ago and that shit is on a jar somewhere in the third shelf, pickled behind the pickled eggs and pickles pit feet. Okay? You can tell which is which. When you ask a question, if the wife answers, if you ask her and be like, yo, so how you doing? And she goes, oh, we're doing good. I was asking him, so what you got going on? Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on. I was asking him. Okay, like, yeah. So, dude, what you doing next weekend? Oh, we're not doing anything next weekend. Yo, could you let him talk? Could you let him talk? Like, women like that, they're the man in the relationship. And if the man sits there and let her do that and he don't say nothing, he just go, oh, it's my wife. He just gave away his power. So now you really do need to ask the wife, hey, can your husband come out and play? Is it okay if he comes out and goes to the movies with us on Friday? Don't even bother asking him because he'll be like, let me check my wife. You'd be like, damn, you can't decide on your own. You know, in a relationship, it's supposed to be a partnership. You should be able to say to your partner, hey, babe, do we have anything we're doing on Friday? Because I already told Ed we were going to the movies. And she'd be like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Go ahead, have fun with the boys. Okay. Come on now. All right. I had one of my boyfriends and I'd be like, hey, I'm going out with the girls for a drink. We're just going to go have appetizer happy hour. He's like, okay, have fun. I didn't have to ask him. I told him. But then there were other times I would tell him and be like, hey, so-and-so asked me to go out for drinks on Friday night. So I told her, yes. Well, Nick, not Friday. I wanted to take you out on Friday. I wanted to do something nice for you. I thought we were going to go out and do date night. Oh, damn, I forgot, baby. Let me tell her that I have to move it to another night. If she want to do it, we could do another night. I want to spend time with my baby. Okay? Listen, you're not supposed to control your partner. It's a teamwork effort. Commitment is not something to be scared of. Commitment is two friends coming together. You don't have to emasculate yourself to be with me. And I would really prefer that you did not take away my femininity. Okay? I would like to be in my femininity and I would like to love you because you're in your masculinity. I want to feed more into that, into your masculinity. Okay? Shit, come over here and spank me. I was so bad today. Oh, yeah, I was so wrong. Stop, Nikki. But this is the tarot reading. I can do this. I can't talk like this in the prophetic reading. I can't do that. God be like, excuse you? I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. I forgot I was in the prophetic reading. He's like, yeah, this is the tarot reading. You could do that in the tarot reading. You cannot do that in my prophetic message. I'm like, I hear you, Father. I'm like, He'd be like, calm your little ass down. So the truth is that somebody is starting to see the truth about the situation. They were praying for their marriage to stay together, but it looks like God is like showing them it's not supposed to. The Two of Swords just flipped over in my hand. Okay. So they've been at odds. This is like literally being at odds with your partner, just constantly fighting. Look at this. It's just we constantly battle. This is two men. This is like a man being married to a woman that's a man. And you're like, yo, she acts like a whole dude. She's fighting me like a dude. She wants to fight like a dude. Where do we do that at? I never physically fought with my husband. We didn't have physical fights. Our physical fight didn't come until we got divorced. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm ready. I'm done. I can't. Okay. But in our marriage, no way we were putting hands on each other. Okay. Nah, we're not doing that. Okay. So it's just like, I feel like somebody like realized that they married a masculine woman, a woman. This woman is a masculine. Okay. She's not feminine energy. And so he just realized, like, yo, I might as well be with a dude. Like, I feel like I'm gay. Like, yes, she might look like a woman. She dresses like a woman. She has a dress on, but she talks to you like a whole dude. She talks to you the way you used to talk to women. And you're like, something, right? Like, so with the Two of Swords in reverse, somebody is like, yeah, I see this for what it is now. And it's time to cut this shit out of my life. The truth is, I was scared to let this go. But then I realized that, damn, this is not what I was looking for. And this person is destroying my self-esteem. I don't even believe in myself anymore. Okay. She said, are you taking care of my princess? Princess, sir, your daughter puts hands on me like a dude. Exactly. That's like your father-in-law saying, hey, are you taking care of my daughter? You're like, your daughter got a whole uppercut, and the bitch don't need nobody to take care of her. But she need, like, for real, she is a whole man. She might look like a woman, but she's a whole man. Okay? Don't ever be deceived. I had a man say to me once, he was just like, yo, he was like, you dress masculine or you act masculine. I was like, well, I act masculine because you're a bitch. If you come in and act like a man, I'll act like a feminine. And I had there's in Georgia, right? If you go down to Georgia in Little East Point, Little East Point, yeah, Little East Point, I think it is. No, 5 Points, Little 5 Points. It's a tourist area in Atlanta. Okay, if you go down to Little 5 Points on the weekend, there's a spiritual guy. He has a table set up, and you can pay him $10, and he'll give you a prophetic message. Okay, he's an intuitive like me, but he's got his little gimmick, so it is what it is. So I went to him one day when I was down there with my friends, and I said, you know what? Let me just see what he has to say. The one thing about being in alignment with God, you never feel like you know everything. When you think you know everything, you probably don't know shit. So as a prophet, you have to always be open to learning and getting a word from someone and learning something new. So when I gave him the money, he said to me, you're in your masculine energy. And I said, no, you're right. I said, you're absolutely right. He said, you will not come out of your masculine energy until you get with a true masculine. Not a man that acts masculine. He has to be a true leader. He has to be someone who has taken charge in his life and someone that you trust to lead you and your relationship and like run your household, like somebody that's truly in charge. When you come across this masculine that is a true leader and he's not pretending, your energy will recognize that he's a true masculine, and your energy will go into femininity. And I was like, wow. And I said, damn, I didn't realize he told me why I couldn't come out of my masculine energy. He told me why I wasn't dropping my guard. Okay. And I said to him, thank you for explaining that to me, because I've been in many relationships and I couldn't drop my guard. And he said, because you don't feel safe. He said that person doesn't make you feel like they're going to protect you or your home or your union. And so if you deal with men who don't protect your union and don't stand up for it, and they don't defend it, okay, then you're not going to trust him. And you're going to stay in your masculine energy because you're going to feel like, I have to defend this union. I have to protect this union. Okay. And with that being the case, that's going to make, that is literally going to make you stay in that energy. And I was like, I don't want to stay in that energy. And he said, well, then if you don't want to stay in masculine energy, you have to find a true masculine. And you can date true masculine, and that man will bring out the softer side of you. And I was like, okay. I was like, I got it. So as I started paying attention to my relationships, I started realizing that I need to pay attention to the men in my life. If they do not stand up for our relationship, if they do not stand up for me, if they do not protect our home, or they don't even protect, if they don't have control over their own life, then I can't let them have control over my life. If people dictate what they do in their life and they live according to somebody else's indoctrination and somebody else's gospel, I can't give them control over my life, because now I'm going to be living according to their mama, their daddy, their baby mama, their baby daddy. Like I'll be living according to somebody else's rules. And if they can't make their own rules for their own life and make their own decisions, then why would I feel safe handing my power over to them? Because I have to trust that this person is going, like I said about the energy exchange, I showed you before. How can I hand my power over to someone else who doesn't even have their own power? And so I started looking at the men in my life, and I was like, yeah, if they don't have balls enough to make certain decisions or make certain moves or act in certain ways and do what they want to do, not what people tell them to do, then I can't be with them. Because I live my life based on what I want to do. I make decisions that are best for me. I don't care if you like my decision. I don't care if you like my boyfriend. I don't care if you like my relationship. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you like what I do as a job. I really don't care. I like it. I do what God tells me to do, which is best for me. I run it by God. And if God says, yo, Nikki, that man is a good man. Everybody else is like, oh, he's shit. He's this, he's that. I'm like, well, maybe he was that with you because he wasn't meant to be with you. But when he was with me, he treated me good. He took me places. He valued me. He respected me. And I never had to worry about anything. I was able to feel safe in my relationship. But as soon as I don't feel safe, my masculine energy comes straight back up. And now I'm ready to, because I feel like I got to fight. I got to defend myself, or I got to protect what I've built. I've built stability in my life. I cannot hand over my power to somebody and let them destroy it. There are a lot of this feels like a man who handed over his power to a woman, and all the money that he worked for, everything that he did financially to build up himself, he just gave it to her and she just destroyed it. This is the number one reason that marriages go down and commitments go down. When I went to court for my divorce, I asked the judge, I said, or the master in Pennsylvania, I said, what's the number one reason for divorce? I said, is it cheating? She said, nope, it's not cheating. She said, it's finances. She said, finances is the number one reason that people end their marriage, because one spouse is out there making all this money and creating this level of stability, and the other spouse is just throwing it away like it's nothing. And I was like, wow, I just knew it was cheating. I thought it was cheating. And she said, nope, it's finances. So I was like, damn. So that's why, honestly, that's why when my marriage went through what we went through, she was like, I think y'all can fix your marriage. And my lawyer even said that. She said, I really think y'all can fix your marriage because you really love each other. And I said, well, talk to him and see. So she went over and talked to his lawyer. And his lawyer was like, he paid me for a divorce. I'm not asking him that. I'm going to give him a divorce. So she didn't even ask him, do you want to try and save your marriage? She just said, he paid me and I want the money. So my money is more important than him not getting a divorce or fixing his marriage. My lawyer wasn't like that. She had a heart. She's like, y'all still love each other. I was like, yeah. She's like, I see it. But you can't make somebody be with you who don't love you. And for him, I won't say that he didn't love me, but there was a level of hurt and pain in him that he needed to heal from his childhood that he never healed. And I dealt with that in the marriage, and he took it out on me in a lot of different ways. And next thing I know, I became the man in the marriage, and I never wanted to be the man. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to be the woman. I wanted to let my man lead. I wanted him to tell us, to show me where are we going to go, sit down, make our plans. How are we going to build this? How are we going to do that? I didn't want to be a dictator over someone. I wanted somebody to be my partner. I wanted my best friend. But somewhere in the mix, he lost that. And I kept staying around because I kept thinking that we're going to get back to being best friends. But the truth is we didn't. And I just said, I have to let this go because I'm holding on to, I'm not even sure who I married. I think I knew who I married, but maybe I didn't. You think you know somebody and you don't. And you find out after a while that they're just not who you thought they were, and you can sit there and try and justify it. You can try and play it over your head. Like, maybe if I do this, she'll go back to that. Maybe if I do this, he'll go back to that. You can keep doing that. You're going to be wasting your time. And so for me, I just finally said, nah, I'm 30 years old. I got my whole life ahead of me. I could find somebody that's going to love me, feed into me, talking to me. I don't want to be the man. I'm tired. I literally started wearing my husband's clothes. He had polo shirts, button-down polo shirts he wore to work. I used to wear his shirts. I didn't even buy clothes for myself anymore. I was like, yo, this is not what I wanted. I want to be cute. I want to dress up. I want to know that he's going to pay the bills and things. I handled everything. And I remember when I told him, could you just do something? And he was like, I work. And I'm like, yes, you work. Okay, I get that. But I'm doing everything. And he was like, well, but I'm giving you the money and you have the life that you want. But I would rather, at this point, he's like, but you wanted this house. I'm like, yes, I did want the house. But he said, then I have to work like this. And I'm like, so then it started hitting me like, I got the house thinking that the house was going to fulfill me. You know, we built it from the ground up. I thought this is going to make me feel better because this is what my friends have. They had the house and, you know, the big house in the suburbs and the big barbecues and the deck out back and all. And I thought that if I had everything they had, I would be happy, until I found out that everything my friends had was a lie. Her husband was cheating on her. He had kids with other women. He was vacationing, doing other stuff. The lifestyle that I tried to emulate from the people that I saw, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. Even in my own family, my aunts, my uncles, it was all a fucking lie. My uncle had kids outside his marriage, didn't even know about what I didn't know about, nobody knew about. Okay? It was all a lie. So when we listen to what other people tell us, you have to question, is their life a lie? Are they trying to tell me to do this so I can live the same life they live? And we just keep this shit going? Because that's why my marriage ended, because it was a lie. And I tried to do what everybody else said is supposed to be done, not knowing that behind the closed doors, they were cheating on each other. They were doing all these things with each other in order to create this front that looks so perfect to everybody. And I was like, I don't want fake. I don't want fake. I'm sorry. I'm about real shit. I don't want a fake Hermes bag. I want a real one. And if that means I have to work harder and do overtime and do certain things and work on myself and heal myself, I'll do that shit. Because I don't want my marriage to be no fraud. I want my marriage to be real. I want the love to be real. I want the loyalty to be real. I want everything. I want the passion in the bedroom to be real. I want the fun when we laugh in front of people at the family barbecue. I want the shit to be real. I can't do fake. I did it too long. I wasted 15 years. Okay? Probably I would say about half of those years was real. The other half was fake as shit. And that's the truth. Okay? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's been juggling a lot of stuff. Okay? This is like being in a marriage or relationship where you're handling all these finances and you're doing all this and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it's also you can keep up this facade for a marriage, you know, so you can keep up this look to everybody that everything is good, you know, going to the family barbecue. And the only time your spouse, this is like being in a relationship where you and your spouse fight like cats and dogs. She tell you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that. The only time you hear something good about yourself is when other people are around. They're like, oh, you know, he bought this for me. Come here, baby. Show them what you bought me. And you're like, okay. And you like a kid. You like, oh, damn, she talking good about me. She giving me some acknowledgement. This is narcissism. This is like the parents that had you so they could tell everybody, hey, come on over here, Julia. You see that? Yeah, Julia got some good grades. Yeah, Julia, show them the report card. That's my boy. When everybody leave and go home, your dad be like, get the fuck out of my face, little nigga. Your mom be talking about, yeah, you know, Junior won his track meet this weekend. He did so good. You know, everything looks straight. Da, da, da. But as soon as the family leave, your mom go in the room, close the door. You be like, Mom, what's for dinner? I don't know. Figure it out. You on your own. The hell? You be like, yo, this is, and then as a kid, you grow up into an adult and you marry the same thing. You marry a woman or a man that treats you like shit behind closed doors. You did the same thing your parents did. And then when everybody comes around, they go, oh, yeah, you see, he did this, he did. That's my baby. And the only time you get acknowledgement is when other people are watching. Behind closed doors, they beating the shit out of you emotionally and mentally. Don't nobody know. This is spousal abuse. It is emotional and mental spousal abuse. And I have to be honest with y'all. It's a lot more men going through this shit than y'all realize. It's a lot of men out here that are taking shit from these women. But it's like if I speak up and say, my wife talks to me any kind of way, they'd be like, man, stop being a fucking punk. That's not being a punk. Respect deserves respect. No person. It's not about sex. It's about respect. Don't talk to me like that. Okay? Now, a woman can hit a man. All right? He called the cops. The cops be like, well, I mean, come on, dude. Look at her. She hit you. Bitch hit me with a damn frying pan. She hit my brother with a frying pan and burnt him with a cigarette. They did not arrest her. It was okay for her to fuck him up. Okay? But when he laid hands on her, to defend himself. They wanted to lock my brother up. She was like, I'll call the cops and have you locked up. Who do you think is going to take that for how much long? How long? See, this is where you need family. This is where you need to be able to call your sister and be like, yo, sis, let me tell you something right now. I have sons. So see, when you have sons, you look at shit differently because you don't want nobody putting their hands on your boys. I got a daughter too. I don't want nobody but I value my daughter just as much as I value my sons. Don't touch my effing child. You hear me? Now, I'm not saying that my son is wrong, right? He might be wrong. But bitch, you chose to be with him. I told you, my son cheated on his girlfriend 3 times. Okay? 3 times. Every time this girl turned around, my son was dealing with somebody. I asked my son, I said, are you cheating on her? He was like, Mom, I'm trying, but he was like, yo, it's just so many girls. And I said, and he said, they just hit him. I said, listen. If you're not ready for a relationship, let her go. And he was like, man, but the ego, he like, but Mom, I don't want to let her go. Like she really cared. He didn't want to let any of them go. But I'm like, dude, you can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Because if she lays hands on you, I'm going to knock her the fuck out. You want me to go to jail? But I can't get mad at her because you're playing with her heart. So you know what I did? She came to me and said, Miss Nikki, he cheated on me. And I said, listen, baby, I'm going to tell you. And I said it right in front of him. He said, Mom, can you talk to her? I said, yes, I will. So I said, you sit down there. And I had her right there. I said, listen, my son is not ready to be nobody's man. Okay? He's young and there's a lot of options out there. He doesn't have the discipline yet to say no. So if you continue to deal with him, I'm letting you know right now, he's not ready. He still has a lot of exploring to do. So if you're going to try and force him to be in something, you might get him in that relationship, but all he's going to do is cheat. He ain't ready. Or you're not the one. He just don't feel like that with you. You got to decide. It's not just about his behavior. It's about you making the best decision for yourself. Okay? But please understand, this is my child. If he cheats on you, if he, has another girl on the side or something, don't put your hands on my child. Okay? Please don't touch my child. Because my child won't hit a girl. He's not programmed for that. Okay? But I also didn't program my child to sit there and take no ass whooping from nobody. Not no woman, not no man, nobody. Okay? So please understand, if you come towards my child might knock you the fuck out. Now, I'm not going to say it's right, but if you keep your hands to yourself, you won't have no problems. You cannot ask somebody to sit there and take an ass whooping. Not even a man. I don't care if you're a girl. I don't care if you're a woman. Keep your hands to yourself. You don't like what they're doing, you don't like what they're saying, walk out. Because if you hit a man the wrong way, he's going to go into warrior mode to defend himself. And unfortunately, when the cops show up, he's going to be the one to go to jail, no matter whether she stabbed him, she shot him, or whatever. They're still going to look at her as some kind of victim because we have a double standard in this country. Okay? So I tell all women, keep your hands to yourself. Okay? Keep your hands to yourself. Okay? Don't be out here hitting on these men. Because I'm telling you, I went through it. And my husband, I used to argue with my husband, do certain things. My husband wouldn't argue with me, wouldn't smack me back or anything if I threw something at him or something. He wouldn't do anything. I got into a relationship with another dude. That shit went out the window. And I was like, damn. And you know what my mother said? Keep your hands to yourself. You ain't got no business hitting on nobody else's child. And then nobody else's child to be hitting on you. Okay? Yeah, that double standard, that shit need to go. Okay? So right here, I feel like with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, right? Somebody has been overwhelmed. And they're like, this shit got to go. I can't do this. I really feel like this is physical. Like somebody's been getting physical with somebody. And I feel like it's almost like an energy of, if I don't leave this shit, I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to go to jail. So I got to leave. But then the other person's like, no, you ain't going nowhere. let me tell y'all, I'm not allowed to talk about certain things about my childhood until my parents pass away. But I'm gonna share this with you. As a child, I saw a particular couple arguing all the time. And the man would walk to another room and say, leave me alone. The woman would follow him in that room. He would come back out that room and come back in another room. She would follow him into that room. And I'll be sitting there as a child and I'll be going, why don't she just leave him alone? He's trying to walk away. She would keep going. He'd go upstairs. She'd go upstairs. He'd come downstairs. She'd come downstairs. And next thing I know, boom, bomb, blew up. Things would blow up. You cannot keep pushing a person. But I feel like somebody's doing that shit on purpose. I feel like this is a woman trying to push a man. She knows that she's destroyed this man's confidence. She knows what she's doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. She's trying to push this man. And that's what I feel like. The Knight of Swords in reverse, and there goes the violence. The Knight of Swords in reverse loses his temper, okay? And this person will whip your ass. And this is literally what this is. This is somebody who is at their breaking point. And I do believe this is a man. And I do believe that this woman is following him around and she's antagonizing him. And I do think mushing him, putting her face. Yeah, this is like that. And that, I wish you would call the cops. I'll tell them that you hit me. You can't sit there and hit him and be like, you dumbass nigga. And then say, go ahead, hit me. I'll call the cops. Get the fuck out of here. You need, whoever this is, you need to get up and leave. God gonna call your name 3 times. Get up and leave. Because if you don't, you're gonna explode. And if you explode, you're gonna lose it. Now I'm gonna tell you how deep this is. I literally feel like this man is gonna get up to leave, and the woman's gonna block the door and be like, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. You ain't going nowhere. Where are you going with your bitch ass? Where you going? Turn around and go out the other door, sir. You got more than one door to exit your house. Go find another door and get out. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm seeing this shit in my head. Find another door to exit. This is a woman who wants you to whoop her ass so you go to jail. This is a woman who wants to see you go down. She's like, oh, you leaving me? Then let's take this shit out with a bang. And that is what I'm literally seeing. And if you touch this woman, you are going to jail. But that is what she wants. Clarify this 2 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Cups in reverse. I told you. This is somebody saying, I'm done. This is a man that was with a woman that was in dark energy. Have y'all noticed that she's in dark energy? This man has completely depleted. She has sucked the life out of this fucking man. But this woman is very sexy. She has always been able to pull this man back in because of her looks. She uses her looks as a manipulation tactic. Okay? But see, that's what she looks like on the outside. But her spirit is a whole man. Look at this. Her spirit is a whole man, dude. See the earrings? This woman is in masculine energy. This is a man that chose a woman based on her looks. And he's like, oh, yo, she fine. She got a nice body. She got this. This woman is a man. This woman might be a lesbian. I'm going to keep it real. This woman might be a lesbian. But she got with this man for money. Yeah. She got with this man for money. And she uses her feminine energy to pull him in. She might have a nipple ring too. This woman might have a nipple ring, is what I'm hearing. But she pulls this man in with her looks, but she treats him like another man. Okay? That's what she does. He said, I had to dive out the window. I know that's right, Devin. Damn. See, I'm telling you, because if he had fought her, that woman would have locked Devin up. If Devin had sat there and pushed her away from the door, or if he had, even if he had touched her to push her sideways, that bitch would have called the cops. Like, he hit me. And Devin wouldn't be on here right now. Devin be watching this shit from prison. You better recognize it's women like this. You listen, man. That shit is so real. And then people be like, yo, it wasn't that bad. Listen. That shit is bad. Because a man is a protector. His first thing is to protect himself. So you can't be hitting on no man and doing shit to a man and then it be like, oh, he hit me. But man, this shit is so crazy right now. This is so crazy. Clarify this 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Look, 2 of Wands in reverse. Things are not going. Please listen. This shit is not working out. This shit did not work out the way this man thought it was going to. This is not how he thought this was going to be when he went in this commitment, this marriage. He thought he was getting this beautiful 2 of cups, only to find out, honestly, this woman could have other men. This goes back to that female narcissist shit. Okay? Clarify these 5 of cups, this 5 of cups in reverse. Because I see the fight coming. He said, I said to myself, would you look at this bullshit right here? Yeah, because she wanted you to get locked up. She wanted you to get locked up. Look at this shit. I'm telling y'all. The Empress. The Empress. Clarify the Empress. Clarify the Empress here. The King of Wands in reverse. This man, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting here. This man was in a commitment with his wife. And he cheated on this is crazy. This woman is the Empress because she had a baby. So this man has a baby with her. And this is like the energy of, you got to marry me because I have a baby. Or because we have a baby, you have to commit to me. And so this man literally sold his soul and sold his self-esteem because this is his baby mama. Now, if you are a man who grew up in a home where your dad treated your mom like shit, then you feel obligated to treat the woman in your life like, well, I'm going to treat her better than my dad did. But here goes the thing. Your mom didn't beat your dad. Your mom didn't do these things to your dad. Okay? And your dad treated her like shit when she didn't do anything. This woman is treating you like shit. This woman is treating you in a way that your dad treated your mother. So now, instead of you being better than your father, all you did was become your mother. And this woman is your father. You're getting abused. Because this King of Wands reverse, this is the energy of, I don't want to be in a commitment. I'm not ready to settle down yet. But because I have a child with someone, they're trying to force me to settle down. I'm not ready. Okay? So you were forced into something. Okay? That she strong-armed him. You're going to marry me. You have to marry me. You have to marry me. Okay? He's like, God, could you get me out of this? God might get you out of this because I don't think the baby is his. I think this woman was dealing with several different men. There's a chance this baby is his, but it's a chance not. Either way, this man, there may be a marriage or an engagement here. This man may be married or engaged. But I feel like even if they got married, I feel like this man didn't want to. The King of Wands in reverse is somebody that was forced into a marriage because this woman had a child. That's what this is. Clarify. The son, what did I say? And he went into this marriage thinking that it was going to be lucrative. He thought that he was marrying a woman that was just like of the same economic status. Like he thought that her family had money, or if he had money and he worked real good, real hard, he had a good work ethic. He thought she had the same thing. He thought this was his twin. He thought this was his twin flame, his divine partner. Okay. Because maybe she was real flashy with money and stuff. So he thought she had it like that because he had it. I feel like he had it, but she doesn't. She doesn't. So now if he ends this marriage, he's realizing, I thought I married a woman that was equal with me as far as work ethic and money. Now I'm finding out that she doesn't have shit. So if I get divorced, I'm actually going to, instead of getting divorced and we just say, okay, you take, you go, we don't need to split assets. Okay. I'm going to just take what I came in with and you leave what you came in with, but she ain't got shit. But he's figuring that out now. He's like, she doesn't have shit. She talks about where she came from, the good schools and all that shit, but she don't have shit. Okay. So at the end of the day, he feels that he would stand to lose if he leaves her. So he has allowed himself to stay in this connection because he's realizing now, I fucked up and married somebody that doesn't have shit. Because of the sex, because of how she looked, because of how she dressed, the money she had, I thought she was of the same economic status. Nah, my nigga, she don't work. She don't work. She don't like to work. She gave you the appearance that she had all of this because it's either her mommy's money, her daddy's money, or she had other men that she dealt with that gave her money. This was not, she never had it. It's none of it is hers. It's all been, they said ill-gotten gain. It was all gained off of another person. This is what she does. She looks for men and she uses her good looks in her body. She goes out and buys expensive Chanel, Fendi, all this stuff. And they think, oh, damn, she got it like that. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this, and you better listen to me. People with money don't talk about having money. My friends that grew up and we went to private school and stuff, we never talked about what money we had. It wasn't ours. We lived great lives. We traveled all over the world. We did all kinds of stuff. When you get to a certain economic status, you don't brag about what you have. Why? Because you don't want nobody to be with you because of your money. My friends did not go, they didn't find their husbands bragging about, oh, I got this car, I got this money, I got Fendi and Chanel. Most of my friends didn't even wear Fendi and Chanel. They didn't wear that. They didn't wear anything. They didn't wear clothes that had name brands on them. And that was something I learned from them. They were like, Nikki, don't wear another person's. My friends that were good, the good ones, not the snobby ones. There's a difference between old money and new money. Listen to me. Old money will drive a Prius and will reinvest their money. They will drive a Prius, a Toyota. They will drive a Nissan. Okay. They might have a Mercedes in the garage, but you might not even see it. They use it on special occasion. Okay. People, new money doesn't know how to act because they're not used to having it. They don't know how to spend. They don't know how to save. They don't know how to be economical. They don't know how to budget. That's why you see people who win the lottery and get millions of dollars, they go broke in 5 years or less because they don't know about wealth management. See, I worked at JP Morgan Chase, so I knew about wealth management. I knew how to manage money, but I knew that anyway from my parents, my family. They taught us about money. They taught us how to manage it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Wearing khakis and kids. You ain't tell no lie. And if you go to Martha's Vineyard, and I'm telling you, no lie, go visit Martha's Vineyard. It's where some of the richest families are. You will not be able to tell whether they're wearing polo or it's Izod. You won't know. They're wearing stuff, but everything doesn't have the name brand on it because old money, to them, money is not, it's there. Like we don't care about it. It's there. It's never going anywhere. We manage it. It's legacy. When you're used to having it, you don't brag about it. What you need to brag about? Okay. You don't need to, because when you hang around people that are in the same economic status, we're not trying to bust each other. We're not sitting on the golf course going, oh God, I bought this Bugatti, or I bought this Fendi for my wife, or I got this Birkin bag. We don't talk about this shit. We give two shits. The money is in the bank. It's not even in cash. It's in assets, stocks, bonds, mutuals, trust funds. That's not liquid. New money is cash in the bank. They put money in the bank. They don't invest it. And what happens when you don't invest your money in the right areas? You keep running to the bank account, and the bank account keeps getting lower and lower. New money does not know how to manage their money to create legacy. And I say that because y'all don't even understand. When I went to private school, they taught us this. We had a whole class on stocks, bonds, mutual funds, money management, trust funds, taxes. They don't teach that in public school. I'm telling you the truth. They don't teach it. And I always said, I remember I said to one of my friends one time, she didn't know how to write a check. And I was like, you don't know how to write a check? She's like, no, they didn't teach us that in school. I'm like, where did you go to school? She's like, I went to so-and-so public school. I'm like, damn, they don't teach y'all how to write a check? I said, they didn't teach y'all about balancing your checkbook and managing your paycheck? And she was like, no, we didn't learn about that. I was like, damn. And it hit me like the public school system is fucking y'all over. I'm sorry. It's not teaching our kids to be ready for real life. I got friends in college that didn't know how to write a paper. I'm like, dude, how do you not know how to write a paper, a thesis? Or they're just like, we didn't learn that. In private school, they have a whole class on writing college level papers. And I'm going to keep it so real with you. I was writing whole 25-page reports in school, in private school. When I got to college, that shit was easy. I could whip out a paper like that. My friends were struggling. And I was like, I don't understand. They don't teach. They don't. And that's why I say the public school system is teaching you how to fail. Okay. The private school system, they do teach these things, but it's up to the students to retain the information. I knew how to write a check. I knew how to write in cursive. I had friends that couldn't even write in cursive. They said public school doesn't teach that anymore. I'm like, what? Y'all don't teach penmanship? Man, we used to get in trouble if our penmanship wasn't good. We had to write that shit 10, 15 times, 20 times. It didn't matter until it was perfect. My penmanship is just fabulous. But I have friends that don't write cursive. My kids, I didn't teach my kids how to write cursive because they didn't reinforce it in their school. When they were younger, they did. But my kids didn't stay in private school. When they got to high school, they went to public school. And they were like, well, they don't need to learn how to write cursive. They don't need how to write and learn how to write. They're going to be typing on the computer. But you know, when you get out in the world, you might have to write a rent check. You might have to balance your checkbook. I taught my kids how to do that. Other people didn't. They didn't learn it. So the public school system, they're so big on the testing. Man, I had to teach my kids at home. I had to teach my kids how to manage money. I had to teach my kids a lot. I had to teach my kids about credit. Okay. My son is 20 some years old with a credit score that's almost 700. I got 40 and 50-year-old people that don't even have that score. He understood the importance because I taught him. Some of us that are 40 and 50 years old, our parents didn't teach us. So we were like, damn, I didn't realize how important credit was. Now I'm 40 years old and I want to buy a damn car, and I'm just realizing how important credit plays in your life in your 30s and 40s. You better teach your kids, man. You better teach your kids. I'm telling you. All right. Because your job is to teach your kids to be better than what you were. I was horrible with credit cards in my 20s, but I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of them. I understood credit and I understood how it worked, but I didn't. I just wasn't good at paying that shit. I'm going to keep it real. Okay. But I knew better. Okay. He said, I was managing a fast food joint and had this girl come in, a new hire. I said, could you mop the front? She left the mop inside the bucket, sliding the mop bucket back and forth. Back and forth. Hold on. That has to go on there. I am so done. He said, I was managing this fast food joint and had this girl come in, a new hire. I said, could you mop the front? She left the mop inside the bucket and slid the mop bucket back and forth. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand that their kids don't even know how to cook, don't even know how to clean? I just told one of my Haven House daughters, okay, she's dating a guy that's from a different country, from Africa. I said, but you better learn how to cook. She's like, I don't like to do that. I'm not really good with cook. I said, let me explain something to you. Okay. Because I was married to an island man. A woman that can't cook and clean is of no use. If you can't cook, clean, and take care of the kids of your own, and go out and provide, what are you good for? So what? You're cute. You can wear tight clothes. So the fuck what? Anybody can do that. Anybody can have a nice body. Can you feed his soul? Because see, when a woman can cook and she puts love in the food, she's feeding his soul. I told you I put a cup of love in everything I cook. Okay? So I told her, let me tell you, if you don't learn how to cook, it's going to be somebody that's going to come along and give him a plate of food. And you're going to lose your man to a woman that can cook. Because you want to know how I got my husband? I cooked. And I didn't put shit in his food. I just cooked all the time because I love to cook. Wonder how I got all my boyfriends? Nikki. Yo, that pie was banging, baby. It was better than anything in the store. Men like home domestication. I'm not saying that you got to be domesticated in every area. I'm not saying you got to be excellent. I'm a Virgo, so I strive for excellence, period. Okay? I have to get a 10 on everything I cook, period. But if you can't cook a meal, even if you cook macaroni and cheese with baked chicken and rice, or baked chicken and string beans, that man will still be more likely to come home than a woman that doesn't cook at all. You hear me? And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So y'all women out here, y'all can delude yourself and say, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got that ring, and every man that gave him that damn ring is crying. Cause he like, I got a bitch that don't do shit. She don't cook, she don't change no diapers, she don't do shit. Okay? Y'all want to know how Spanish women keep taking our men? Just men in general? Because they cook. Ask any man why he went towards a Spanish woman or why she got his attention. Because she made him that goddamn pollo con arroz con pollo. She sure did. She made him that arroz con pollo, that rice and chicken with some beans. Shit. And he sat there and ate that shit, and he never looked back. So domestication is important. Feminines, we have a role. And if you don't cook, then bitch, you need to find some place that makes home cooked meals. Because he still needs to come home. And I don't care if you got to get that shit sent there. And I'm not talking about Chipotle and fast food. I'm talking about real meals. You can find it. Boston Market has real meals. But if that man has to come home and you don't cook and he got to get his food someplace else, he going to start looking at the Boston Market girl real good. Because she turning that chicken and that shit's looking sexy over there. He like, damn, the girl in Boston Market cooked more than you. Good looks. It's just crazy because remember when Cardi B did the song? And you know what Offset said? He did the video and he said, see, she over there in them songs saying she don't cook and clean. Look at her. She's sweeping up the bathroom floor. She ain't even got no maid for that shit. She's sweeping that shit herself. He said, see, stop listening to her. She'll have you out here messed up because she does cook and clean. Cardi does cook. Yes, she does. Cardi cooks real good too. Okay. I've seen her food. And I was like, go ahead, girl. Yeah. Okay. You could go for the tight ass and the tits and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, them women end up losing or having that man cheat on them with a woman that takes care of them and provides a home. Okay. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You nag a man to death. Remember, and Goodfellas, he said, you gotta go home. He's like, what? He's like, you gotta go home. You gotta go home to your wife. Yeah, because his side bitch, she was good for sex. She looked cute, but she wasn't cooking. His wife was a true Italian wife. He had to take his ass home to his wife. You know who your wife is because that's the woman that feeds your soul. You know who your wife is. But somebody out here married a thought. And they thought this was a wife material. They thought they were getting somebody of a high of caliber. This person faked this shit for so long. This shit is over. Yeah, the 3 of Wands in reverse. This shit ain't working out. 2 of Wands in reverse. This shit didn't work. Plans did not work out. I'm making another decision. Somebody's changing their mind. They're like, yeah, I'm changing my mind. This ain't working. 3 of Wands in reverse. This is not working. I see the truth of this. This does not work. This does not work. Okay. I don't care if we have kids together. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. It is not a well-oiled machine. You do not feed my soul. You keep on making me want to hit you. You keep trying to get me arrested. I'm not trying to go to jail. See, Page of Pentacles. I'm about to go in another direction. Okay. I'm about to go in another direction. Okay. Page of Pentacles can be news coming in reference to money. This man made up his mind that he's leaving something, and he may have received a check or some kind of money or something. It's like finally saying, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And then boom, he really meant it. God was like, you really mean it? He's like, God, I really mean it. I'm done. I'm really done with this. And God is like, are you sure? Because you said this before. And he's like, yes, God, I'm truly done. I'm truly done. I'm done. And God is like, okay, then. Hello, my nigga. I just sent you a check for $10,000. And he's like, hold on, what? God was like, I was just waiting for you to say you was done. The check was sitting there. This is like karma. This is the kind of move that God will do. Say this man is in this situation, right? This man had money that was coming to him, but he was waiting for the check to come because he was saying, I'm going to leave when the check comes. I'm going to leave when I get the money. And God's like, I kind of want you to leave before you get the money. Don't worry about it. Leap. And he's like, well, no, I need the money. And God's like, no, you don't. Leap. He's like, no, but if I leave, I won't have enough money. God's like, don't worry about it. Leap. He's like, but God, my logic, I got to have. God is like, dude, listen to me. Make the decision and leap. I'm telling you, I got you. Okay. He's like, man, I can't take this anymore because she's going to make me hurt her. Okay. So he finally goes, okay, I'm done. I'm going to leave. I don't have that much money. I'm going to take what I have and I'm going to just go ahead and end this shit and get out of this shit. Okay. And then the neighbor comes over. He said he wakes up that morning and says, this is the day I end this shit. I'm done. You sure? Yeah, I'm done. You sure? Because you went back before. I'm done. Okay, you sure? Okay, I'm telling you right now, don't fuck around with me. Because you done told me before that you were done. He's like, God, I really am done. He's like, listen now, don't play with me. You better be serious. And God is like, he's like, yeah, God, I'm really done. Neighbor, hey, I just wanted to come over. I forgot. I'm so sorry. This mail came to the house for you 2 weeks ago, and I told my husband to bring it over here, and he totally forgot. I apologize. So I just wanted to come over and drop this off. You open up the mail. There goes the check you were waiting for the whole time. There goes the money you were waiting for to leave the whole time. God just wanted you to make the decision before you knew where the money was coming from. He wanted you to make the decision based on what was right and faith. And you like, this can't be. You're like, hold on for a second. This can't be. Is this a coincidence? No, it is not a coincidence, my boy. It is not a coincidence. It's called faith. That's how faith works. You jump before you know what's going to happen. And God says, boom, there goes the money. Okay? Somebody is getting hit with faith. They're like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's like, they're like, I just woke up today and said, I'm done. Now God said, hold on now. They just brought this check over. If you take this check and you say, well, you know what, God, well, this is my wife, so I'm gonna go cash this check and I'm gonna go buy her something nice and maybe she'll start loving me and treat me right. God's like, I told you. You said you were really ready. But I was, God, but then the check came in and I changed my mind. And I'm like, maybe I want to try and maybe she'll be happy if I give her this money. She won't be hitting on me and calling me shit and all this stuff. God's like, I asked you. So you lied to me, basically. You lied to me. Well, God, I didn't lie. I just changed my mind when the money came in. I mean, I just want to, I just think I want to try and make, and God's like, okay, Spirit, what's going to happen if this man decides to take this money and not leave and go back in this marriage? Tell me. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. God will block his finances completely for about 8 years. For the next 8 years, you see your little sons? See the sons? They look like cocks, but they're sons. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 years I'm hearing. For the next 4 years, he will not be able to manifest a penny. He can't manifest a fruit in a grapevine. This man will be in poverty. He will be in complete poverty because God does not like the fact that you told him that you were going to do one thing and then when you got the money, you change your mind. He doesn't like when you renege. That's like asking him for forgiveness for something, and then once you get it and you get all your blessings back, you go back and do the same stupid shit. He's like, but you told me you learned. Yeah, I did, but but here goes the thing: you wouldn't have been able to do the shit again if I hadn't given you the blessings. So God's like, if you choose to stay in this, I'm going to take all your finances away. You will not be able to find a job. You will not be able to buy a car. You will have nothing for 4 years. You will lose everything that you have, one piece at a time. See them pentacles going in the fire? One piece at a time, I will destroy everything. Instead of giving you pentacles coming out, I will put all your pentacles in. All your opportunities for money, all your opportunities for growth, I will take all that shit. I will take all this shit. Okay? That's what will happen if he chooses. Clarify the eight of Pentacles. The Chariot. This person will have nothing. They will have to move ahead in life with nothing. Do you see there's no horses attached to this chariot? They can't even afford fucking horses. This is some sad shit. This is the Chariot is here, which is about moving ahead. Okay? The Chariot is about action, change, a vehicle. This person won't even be able to afford a vehicle. This is like a tricycle. Because I imagine they have another wheel on the other side and one wheel in the front. This is a tricycle. He's like, you want to stay in that relationship? I'm going to give you a tricycle. I'm going to give you a bike. You won't have no car. Shit. You won't have a car. He will take that from you. You won't have no transportation. Okay? Yeah, this is like you won't have no car. You won't have a bicycle. Yep, a moped. Spirit, what happens if this man decides to move ahead? Yo, he is going to take everything. Oh, my God. What is this? 4 of Cups. Yeah, this is good. Okay, 4 of Cups in reverse. He said, if you throw that shit out, I'll give you something better. With the 4 of Pentacles, with the 4 of Cups in reverse, he's saying, if you let this go, I'll send you in a new direction. I'm going to take you in a new direction that has more to offer. Just throw that 1 cup out. That shit ain't good anyway. That shit is sour. Okay? He said he looking real Flintstone. Exactly. I'm like, damn, he gonna take his car? You gonna be on a tricycle, my nigga? Oh my God, that's just going backwards. He's saying I'm gonna put you in a new direction. With the 4 cups, if you leave this, I'm gonna take you in a brand new direction. Okay. The Magician in reverse. All right. I'm gonna take you in a brand new direction away from this manipulator. there's a manipulator here. They're going to block this. That's what they're saying. God's saying, I'm going to take you in a brand new direction. But this person is going to come in and try and stop you. Remember I told you when you get ready to go out the door, gentlemen, that this person will block you at the door? The Four of Cups is about heading in a new direction and saying, you know what? This shit didn't work. Let me just throw this shit out the window and keep going. Okay? But this person, the Magician in reverse, Gemini, Virgo energy here, right? There's a manipulator around. Somebody's going to be like, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. We can make it work. No. We can make it work. I want to make it work now. I want to make it work now. God's like, that's going to block you. I'm going to tell you, look, I got you a new direction. I got you a ticket. Right? I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. God's like, look, I got you a flight. It's going somewhere. Okay? Here goes the money. Catch your flight. This person is going to stop you at the door and be like, no, don't go. Stay here. I don't want you to leave. Do you see the shadows in the background? This person has several different personalities, but also this person puts on a show for everybody. So when you're around people, they're like, you ain't shit. But when the people come around, they're like, oh my God, no, don't leave me. I want you. But when you're in the house with them, you're like, F you. I don't want to be with you anyway. You can take your broke ass out over there. Don't nobody want your dumb ass anyway. But when your family comes around, they're like, yo, you need to stay. She's like, I tried to talk to him, but he wants to still leave me. And I don't know what to do. Daddy, save my marriage. I want my marriage. And you like, yo, 5 minutes ago, she was just sitting here going, fuck you. I'll call the cops on you. You're like, oh, what the hell just happened? Yeah, somebody got a tricky situation here. This is a tricky situation because this person has people behind them. They haven't shown the side they show to you. Other people haven't seen it. So if you tell them, yo, she was just in here telling me I wasn't. Nah, come on, dude. She didn't do that. She would never do that. You like, woo. Damn, she's good. Yeah, she's good at this. She's better at it than you are. Clarify. What's the next move here? Look, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody that's trying to leave with their shit. I hate to say this. The 4 of Pentacles, this is somebody saying, I'm trying to leave with these 4 Pentacles. Okay? I'm trying to pack a bag. I'm trying to go. Okay? I'm turning my, this is somebody that'll walk out the bedroom butt naked with heels on and be like, you don't really want to go, do you? And you like, oh my God, I don't even want to look. Don't look at her body. Don't look her in the eyes. I'm telling you, this is Medusa. Don't look her in the eyes because you already made up your mind. You already told God what you were going to do. You're going to betray God or you're going to betray her. You better. They're like, you don't really want to leave. You don't really want to go, do you? You don't really want to go. I'm just going to walk around the house butt naked because I know that you can't resist me physically. And eventually you're going to screw me and then you're not going anywhere. So you could put the suitcase down. You could put the money down. You're not going anywhere. We both know that. Okay. And he's like, oh my God, God, I'm God, listen now. Make her put some clothes on. God's like, she don't belong to me. My nigga, she a whole demon. She belongs to Satan. She don't belong to me. She don't listen to me. See that horn in her head? She's not my child. This is you thought you chose the chosen one. Nah, my nigga, she got it. Look at the horn. She's not one of mine. You chose a succubus demon. That's why she got one foot in the fire, and she trying to pull you in there with her. You going to hell with her? Because it looked like she taking a trip home. She looked like she taking a trip home. And see that clock right there? That's your life. She's holding on to time in your life. And you're like, oh my God, she's walking around naked. Oh my God. You better not look at her. Like Medusa, you're going to fall in. You're going to turn to stone and you're going to fall right in that furnace with her ass. You're going to stay with this? He's like, listen. So you trying to leave with the 4 Pentacles in your hand. But look at her arm around there. Look, you even got other people pulling you in spirit. Look at these hands. Look at these hands. She got other demons and other people on your ass, Mr. Postman. This woman has done some black magic. This is an intranquil spirit. That's what this is. Y'all better listen. This is intranquil spirit. This is a person. This man couldn't sleep at night because she sicked an intranquil spirit on him. An intranquil spirit is a spirit that's in misery and pain. And they do a spell that they would make a deal with the intranquil spirit to torture this person so they can't sleep. They can't get no rest. And they don't want this person to ever leave them. So it makes this person believe if I leave this person, I'll die. It's like having dreams that if I leave this person, I'll get in a car and hit a tree. Like they're like, if I leave, I'll die. I just had to dream. Nah, that's the intranquil spirit, baby. I know what this is. I can see this shit right here. She used the intranquil spirit spell on you. Yep. It makes a man believe that he's got to stay with somebody. Yeah. They're holding his hands in hell, pulling you down. So God said, you're like, I'm trying to get out of this with 4 pentacles. God said, you're not going to get out unless you drop the 4 pentacles. She's not going to let you go. So the only thing you can do is drop these 4 pentacles to get from unwrapped from her arm and take off. And you're like, man, I'm going to lose everything. I don't have no clothes. I don't have, dude, you got to check. You got to check. She don't know about that shit. Okay. Maybe she doesn't know about it and she's trying to entice you back. Dude, take your money and leave. Okay. Drop the money. You're like, it's 4 pentacles. Bitch, you just got a $10,000 check. Get that bitch $4,000 and get the hell out the house. The hell is wrong with you? How much is it worth? Your freedom worth? How much is your freedom worth? I lost a lot of money when I went through my divorce, but I was worth every freaking penny. Every penny. Because I free. I was free at last, free at last. God, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Okay? It was worth the money I lost. Okay? It really was. All right? So this man has to drop, he has to lose some money to get out of this marriage, to get out of this relationship. He might even have to throw her some money out of this check that God just gave him to get her to let him go. If he drops those 4 pentacles, that bitch will stop. She's going to go try to pick it up. And then you can run. See? You got to think like, look, man, you got to think like the Roadrunner, you know, Wile E. Coyote shit. Okay? Tom and Jerry, Itchy and Scratchy. Drop the pentacles on the floor. And while the bitch is on the floor, take $1,000, throw that shit up in the air in the house. While that bitch is on the floor gathering all the money up, jet out the damn door. Trust me, with this incubus, this succubus demon here, she ain't gonna chase you. She gonna run after that money. Now, one thing you could do better, you go outside and throw that shit up in the wind. It'll fly across the yard. That bitch go running after that shit. And when she go running for that shit, you get the car, you take off. You're like, Sapphire, I don't have any clothes. So what? You buy new ones when you get where you're going. It's cool. Sometimes you gotta leave shit. It's cool. Let it go. Okay? You go, you leave, you hire an attorney, you get the bitch taken out your house, and then you know, or you figure out the divorce and anything else, okay? Sometimes you just gotta, we be so serious and so logical. Use your imagination, okay? Yeah, man. This is the kind of hoe, you drop them 4 pentacles, that hoe gonna bend down and be like, ooh, 4 pentacles. Then you can run. Okay? There I go. And where are you going? Listen, Linda, listen. If you drop these 4 pentacles, look at this shit. You trying to hold on to 4 pentacles. God said, drop that shit and run. Because I'm about to give you 10. I'm about to give you 10. In a divine partnership or in a union. This is, let me tell you what this looks like. I'm going to keep it so real. This is like, if I divorce this person, I'm going to lose $40,000. I'm going to lose $40,000. God is like, dude, I'm about to make you a millionaire. Why are you worried about $40,000? That's a drop in the bucket. How does this happen? Let me tell you how it happens. Because God says, give her the $40,000. And you're like, but God, that's a lot of money. Give her the $40,000. Listen to me. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about, my boy. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Give her the $40,000. Okay, God, I'm going to give her the $40,000. You give her the $40,000 and you get a message. Hey, so we would like to buy your property, or we would like to do business with you, and we'd like to give you a down payment of $100,000 to do it. This happens after your divorce is final. Once your divorce is final, she can't have none of that. This is all yours. God's like, there's some shit I'm trying to give you, but I'm not going to give it to you while you're with her. You think you've taken a loss, but it's not an L. You got to know how I work, dude. I keep certain, see, these pentacles are black. You want to know why? See, these pentacles they're light, so everybody can see them, right? Everybody knows you have this money. This is the money that you're about to have that people can't see because it's dark. You see nighttime? You see them dark pentacles? Stop worrying, all right? I'm going to do this shit in a way that when you get more money, she can't have it. Listen, I don't tell everybody how I'm going to move. I don't tell everybody how I'm going to move. So what I'm going to need you to do with the hangman in reverse, I'm going to need you to come off that binding, take your ass down off of here and start walking. Get this stepping, okay? I'm going to need you to get this stepping. The hangman in reverse is the energy of leaving something. I am no longer going to be a victim. I'm going to get down out this situation. Instead of hanging this clock here, I'm going to grab that watch and I'm going to get them moving, okay? Let's keep it real. She didn't like how you dress anyway. She didn't like how you dress. She was talking about your shit. You look fly as shit. Them red boots is the bomb, okay? She don't even know what she's talking about, all right? 10 of Wands. Drop that shit, okay? Cancel that whole like Nino. I've been hearing that shit for the last couple of days. Cancel that whole like Nino. I don't know if this is a man dealing with a light-skinned woman, because you know in what is that called? New Jack City? You know Nino Brown, the woman he was with originally was light-skinned. Y'all don't even know. But when he left her, if you go look at the movie, when he left her before they busted in the apartment, he was laid up there with two dark-skinned women. Hello. So I don't know if this is something to do with colorism, because they brought that to mind. That maybe you leave a light-skinned woman because you want to be with a dark-skinned woman, and they say, oh, she black, she too dark. Listen, man, Nino Brown had a light skin. He left that light skinned chick alone. She was like, I love you, Nino. He was like, man, catch it, I'll get another one. Okay. Judgment in reverse. Judgment is going to come down on this. Okay. The person that you were with, this person has judgment on them, which is why they paired themselves with you. You have been in denial. You've been like, no, I didn't make a bad decision. Yes, you did. You know, part of an ego death is recognizing when we make mistakes, apologizing and moving on. Okay. I apologized to my husband for making the poor mistake to cheat. And I said, but the marriage is over. So it's time for me to go. I don't need to try to rekindle this shit. It is what it is. Okay. You just apologize and you say, I'm sorry for the shit I done to you. I'm out. Okay. I'm moving on. 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay. That's the apology. And the Knight of Pentacles is you getting the hell on. Okay. Now look how much more you got here. Look at this shit. Now you're going to go from, look, if you choose to not go and you choose to get that money and spend it on her, look at this shit. Okay. You ain't even got no legs, my man. You ain't got no legs, no nothing. We don't know where your feet at in that. We're like, where the hell is feet at? Okay. But look, you're going to leave out in the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to leave in style. You're going to at least get a new car. If she messed your car, man, fuck it, so what? At least you ain't got to leave on no bike. You can go to the dealership with your money and get a car. Okay. This is kind of the energy of get that bitch a car. Stop it. Knight of Cups. Okay. This is romantic offer. This is heading towards someone else. Somebody else that you want to give offer to. Okay. Somebody else that you want to be with. Somebody else that maybe you're going to go to the beach. Maybe y'all going to go take a vacation to the beach. I don't know. Should I see the shells and shit? Okay. But one thing for sure, you ain't going to leave looking that bad. Okay. And the crazy thing is, I kind of feel like this is her. Because if you look at the nails there, they're like, give her the 4 pentacles. Just give her the damn 4 pentacles. Let the shit go. Let her go. She like, oh, look at me. I'm leaving this class. I got this. I got that. And you're like, it's cool. Okay. Look at this shit. She thinks she's getting something. She really feels like she's winning. You give her that, you get 10 pentacles. Okay. You go take this offer. Temperance to an earth angel. This is a divine feminine. Okay. For a lot of y'all, divine feminines are not showing up in readings as empresses. You want to know why? Because I told y'all that women were out here faking being empresses. If a woman has a baby for a man, okay, she's going to show up. She can show up in a reading as an empress. Okay. An empress has always been associated with the divine feminine. But because we have a lot of women having babies so that they can show up in the readings as empresses, people are automatically like, oh, it's an empress. No, listen to me. Energy shifts. Just the way when the earth changes and rotates on its gravitational pull, the planets change, the alignments, everything changes and shifts. So now going forward in readings, empresses are not guaranteed to be divine feminines. Y'all better listen to me. Because it's a lot of readers out here still saying, oh, it's a divine feminine. No. Not listen, Linda. No divine feminine is going to be on the 5 of Cups with the King of Wands in reverse. No divine feminine is going to be with a man and force a man to marry her that he doesn't want to be with. Okay. There's no divine feminine that's going to do that. A divine feminine is like, okay, so you want to get married? How are we going to take care of our kids? You going to have them on the weekend? I'm going to have them this day? Okay, cool. Bet, no problem. You don't want to be with me? That's cool. We don't have to be together. Okay? But we got to do right by these kids. You don't have to marry me. It's straight. I'm cool with that. Why? Because I want somebody who wants to be with me. I don't want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me. A divine feminine will turn down a proposal. If a man, my husband proposed to me. I just saw that. She said, like Smeagol in the ring. My precious. My husband proposed to me when I was pregnant. And I almost turned down the proposal. And he said, why? I said, because you waited till I was pregnant to propose to me. He said, what difference does it make? I said, I don't want a man to marry me because I'm having a child. The hell out of here. So that means that you only saw worth in me because I was pregnant? You didn't think I was worthy of being your wife before you knocked me out? That would not make me want to be with you. I would rather be with a man that knew my worth before I got pregnant. Period. And he wanted to be my husband before I got pregnant. And my husband was just like, damn, I never thought about that. And I said, yeah, if you didn't see my worth before we got pregnant, then why should I believe that you value me after I get pregnant? And you want to marry me now? I don't believe in societal guidelines. I believe in God. And I think that if God wanted you to marry me, he would have shown you that I was the one and you would have offered me that ring before I got pregnant. I wouldn't have had to be pregnant for you to offer it to me. And that's what y'all are missing. That's out of alignment with the Bible. The Bible does not say if you get a person pregnant, you marry them. Abraham was married to Sarah. He laid with Hagar to have Ishmael. He didn't divorce Sarah and go marry Hagar because Hagar had a baby. Okay? He stayed. And you know what happened? When Sarah had the baby, because Sarah's baby was a divine baby. The baby that Hagar had was a baby that Sarah orchestrated because she didn't think she was good enough to give him a baby. She didn't believe in the prophecy. She didn't wait on God. So she rushed. And you know what happened? Sarah rushed to have Hagar lay with Abraham so that he could have a son. He had Ishmael. And when Ishmael was about 12 years old, that's when Sarah had her son. And because she was jealous now, I don't think my son is safe with Ishmael. But bitch, you're the one that told him to lay with Hagar and have Ishmael, didn't you? How dare you? But God said, you know what? The punishment here is Abraham. You didn't speak up. So Abraham was like, God, what do I do? He's like, send Ishmael away. He's like, but God, I've been raising my son. He said, yeah, but when Sarah told you to lay down with Hagar, you didn't speak up to Sarah and say, no, I'm going to wait on the prophecy. You let Hagar tell you what to do. Have you not learned from Adam and Eve? Have we not learned that man been following the leadership of women and they fall? When a man follows the leadership of a woman, he falls. Y'all better listen to me. Why is that happening? Our men are falling because they're following the leadership of women because women are not supposed to lead. The man is supposed to lead. Period. Any man who hands over his power to a woman or any masculine energy that hands his power, like for example, even in same-sex couples, it's the same law. The masculine energy is the leader. The feminine energy lets her lead. Same thing in same-sex couples. With my son, the masculine is the leader. The feminine energy allows them to lead. Now, that's not to say that the feminine energy can't speak up and voice her opinion. And, you know, if something's not right, she's not going to say anything. But it allows us to be the feminine because we are not the leader. So we can be the feminine. We can't be the warrior and have a baby on our arm breastfeeding at the same time. We do that as single moms because we have to, not because we want to. It's a difference, okay? You got to understand divine order because even in same-sex relationships, there's a divine order that still must be followed. There must be a head of the household. The feminines will still respect their spouse. And I'm going to keep it real. Some of y'all don't even know. People talk about same-sex relationships. Some of the same-sex relationships got the shit down and the heterosexuals don't. I have seen same-sex relationships where they have order in their household. There's one on New York, the Husbands of New York or something like that. I love them. They have order in their house. They have an established order. And I love it. But we have heterosexual relationships that we don't even have that order. They don't respect their partners. Women want to be the man. They're not dropping their masculine energy, so the men end up dropping theirs because the woman beat it down out of them. That shit has to stop. Going forward in most readings, divine feminine is going to be temperance now. That's the astrological alignment. Now, eventually, it's going to change because karmics are going to figure out, well, hold on for a second. If they're not using, if divine feminines aren't showing up as empresses at readings anymore, then what can we do to copy the temperance energy? You can't copy this energy. See, you can duplicate the empress energy. Oh, yes, you can. Because if you have, they give this a dual meaning, divine feminine and pregnancy. Okay? But temperance, you can't copy this card because temperance means mental clarity, balance, healing, and alignment with God. The only way a karmic can copy this card in a reading is if they actually go do the healing. This cannot be copied when it's used to a divine feminine. So going forward, I'm being told, if you see an empress in a reading, that just might mean she has a baby. It does not mean that she's divine feminine. It's only if you get clarification of the temperance card on her, upright, that she's a true divine feminine. This woman is not a divine feminine. She tried to portray like she is. Or there was a reader that said, oh, she's your divine feminine. No, bitch, she's only on paper. Only on paper, not in the spiritual. Okay, not in the spiritual. I tell y'all, spiritual card facts, you better check people's facts. Okay? This woman is not a divine empress. Okay? She's not. And somebody got a reading that told them this was a divine because they said an empress is a divine feminine. Not in 2023, the year 7, the year of God's completion. All right? So this is the true divine feminine is the person he's going to. Do you see she has wings? Because she's in alignment with God. The empress does not have wings because the empress is only an empress in the physical sense. She's not empress in the spiritual sense. This is the new empress in the spiritual sense. Pay attention. Clarify this empress over here. Oh, shit. Okay. Clarify the empress over here. This woman could be a Virgo or a Leo, fire sign. Look, King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm telling you, this woman is a whole man. This baby mama is a whole man. She's coming up as the King of Pentacles in reverse. That clarifies her. She looks feminine, but this bitch is a man. Okay? She is the King of Pentacles in reverse. If she has a business, she does shady shit in her business. She might do those PPP loans. She might cheat people out of their money. This is somebody that's going to take money and not give a service. She's going to buy all this expensive clothing. Okay? She portrays the part, but she's all about the money. She's not a divine feminine. And this is a masculine woman. She looks feminine, but she's masculine. That's why she's fighting you. That's why she's trying to beat you up. Because no true woman in her feminine energy is fighting their partner. We're not going over to hit our man. It's just, where the hell would I want to hit him? Why would I want to beat my man up? Like, really? Come on now. I want to love on my man. I want to do a whole lot of things, but hitting him is not one of them. Okay? Look at this. The 8 of Swords. Okay? This right here, this person left their divine feminine. They can't stop thinking about their divine feminine. They cannot. They keep thinking, did this woman do something to me? No, you can't stop thinking about your divine feminine because you got with the false one. Just because you marry someone doesn't make them a wife. Just because you marry someone doesn't make them a husband. Y'all better recognize. It just doesn't. Okay? Yeah, you said maybe Anna truly wants to be Alan. I'm going to keep it real. I feel like this woman really wants to be a man. She dresses cute. She might wear red lipstick too and a lot of makeup because this bitch is white as hell on here. Okay? She don't wash her hair though. So she got hair like Caucasian type hair. She don't wash her hair because look at that shit. That shit looks oily as hell. Okay? Take a bath. Lord, have mercy. Shower. Let the water hit your head. Oh my God. What the hell is that? Yo, do you see that vine? Yo, somebody got something. Do you see that vine coming out the back of their robe and wrapping around up here with the flower? Yo, this woman, I hate to say this. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to have to make this shit 18 and over. I think she likes anal. And I think she has something in her ass. I'm sorry, but this looks like a lizard or some shit. Look, it's a vine, but it looks like the foot of a lizard. You know, I don't know. Something is wrong with this. Does she have stomach issues? Is she having is her ass falling out or something? Like something is wrong with this woman's backside. Does she put something in her butt? When I think about people putting stuff in their butt, I think about traffickers that stick stuff in their butt. Something is not right with her butt. Does she have a fake booty? Is that it? She have a fake booty and the fake booty is falling? Something, you said I'm telling Anna used to be Elle and she's hiding her penis. Oh. Damn. I have to ask this divine masculine, were you there for the birth of this baby? Is this baby really yours? Like, were you in the room when this baby was born? Because if you weren't in the room when this baby was born, is that really your kid? Or is she using somebody else's kid like it's hers? Does she come and go with that kid constantly? And you don't see the kid all the time? Because she got to take the kid back to the real mama or some shit? Something is up with this. For some of y'all, this woman could be transgender. And if you don't have kids with her, she could have told you she was pregnant. Maybe she miscarried. And she never was pregnant because she couldn't get pregnant. Something is up with this woman's vagina. I think it was made. I think this is a transgender. I'm sorry. I do. I feel like something is not right. Something is not right with this woman. You know, Steve Harvey had a woman that came on there. Yeah, this person broke their divine feminist heart. They left the true love, the true cup. They emptied out the true cup of the divine feminine, and they feel bad about that shit too. They can't stop thinking about it. They left the divine feminine single. Steve Harvey, on his radio show, there was a woman that wrote a message, right? She said, Steve, it's a strawberry letter. That's what it was. She said, Steve, my husband wants to have a baby and he can't figure out why I can't get pregnant. We've been married for 5 years. I don't have the heart to tell him that I used to be a man. And like I had construction surgery to become a woman. How do I tell him this and let him know that we can't have kids? Steve said, you can't tell him that. That man took a vow to you. That man married you. You can't tell no man that he married a woman that used to be a man. You can't tell him that. He said, you can't tell him that. He said, you can't tell him. He said, one, you can't tell him because he'll kill you. He'll kill you because you lied. He thought he was marrying a real woman and he ended up marrying a transgender. He said, two, you can't tell him that because you'll die. He'll kill you. Like again, you can't. You started a whole lie and built a marriage on a whole lie. He said, you have to write him a Dear John letter and leave. That's what you need to do. He said, because that man, the anger, what will happen when he realizes that he married a man that used a woman that used to be a man, the psychological on that, he said he'll never get over it. He'll never get over it. So he said, you need to just write him a letter. And if you truly love him, you need to leave and you need to divorce him because you started a marriage on a whole lie. A whole lie. That's something you should have told him before he gave you that fucking ring or before you went down the aisle. You took a vow in front of God on a whole lie. Somebody took a vow in front of God on a whole lie. This woman is either a lesbian or she's transgender. The Tower in reverse. Somebody didn't tell. The Tower has already fallen on this shit. There's something's already been revealed about what the Ace of Swords. What did I say? The Ace of Swords. Something's been revealed. Something has already been revealed here, and someone has already decided to move on. This woman is going to block him. This is like the energy of this man packing up his shit to leave, and she's going to block the door. She's going to do. There's one last ditch effort to get this man to go to jail. That's what I'm getting. The truth is out. This woman is either a lesbian or she was transgender. The Page of Swords in reverse. I told you. This shit is out. Okay. The story, the facade is over. This shit is out. But this man, in other words, this man broke up with this woman and he's trying to leave now. Okay? This woman is trying to come and make sure he goes to jail. This is legal news. This is legal shit. This is bad shit. Bad news. This is like, I'm filing charges against you. I'm doing something. This person's going to retaliate. The 10 of Cups, I'm telling you. This man figured that it was better to just let the shit go, drop it before it got worse. He may have spoke up and told the truth that he doesn't want this relationship anymore. He's headed towards the 10 of Cups to somebody else. He's letting go of this family situation. Okay? Clarify this page of search. What is this news about this 10 of... The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. She was never pregnant. She was never pregnant. Oh my God. Either the baby isn't his or she was never pregnant. She was never pregnant. Holy shit. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is a pregnancy, but 2 cups are reversed. This is somebody who lied about being pregnant. They might have said that they were pregnant with this man's baby. It was never his baby. It either was never his baby and he's been raising a whole child that's not his, or she was never pregnant. And if she was pregnant and she lost it, it was never his baby. It was never his baby. God damn it. That's I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Somebody lied about a pregnancy or lied about paternity. Yeah. Spirit, where is it? 3 of Pentacles. There was a third party. Clarify. It's all coming out now. Somebody's not scared to walk away. The Queen of Cups in reverse. What did I say? This woman was using a baby to manipulate someone or a pregnancy, or even if there was a miscarriage. Oh, I had a miscarriage, and you're gonna leave me after I lost the baby. Bitch, you ain't look, 10 of Swords reverse. Let's start over. There's somebody manipulates somebody into it starting over again. But look, there's a third party. There's a man and a woman here, and they're a couple. But this is 2 people playing one man. This is 2 people playing one man. I'm telling y'all, this is 2 people playing one man. This is 2 people. This woman has either another woman so it's 2 women possibly. It's either this woman has a woman that's in feminine energy and they both play this man, or this woman has another man and they play this man. This shit keeps coming out. She said, what are you talking about? False pregnant lesbian? That's what this looks like. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is spinning. The truth is coming. Look at this shit. I'm telling you. The truth is coming out. Look at this man's face. He's like, what the hell? See what's at the top? Broken heart. And do you see the skull? That's the death card. This shit is over. This is like finding out that either there's several things here. It was all a facade. Look at this. It was all a play. It was all act. Curtain call. How about a round of applause? Standing ovation. You look so dumb right now. Standing outside my house. Talking about girl, I love you. You're the one. This just looks like a rerun. Please just cut it out. And don't tell me you're sorry, because you're not. Because you're only sorry because you got caught. But you put on quite a show. Really had me going. Now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing. But that was quite a show. Really entertaining. But it's over now. Go on and take a bow. She was never attracted to this man. See the intimacy with the no? She was never attracted to this man. Okay? She was never attracted to this man. Pregnancy. She might not, I told y'all, she might not have even been pregnant. No. She was not even attracted to this man. She may never have been pregnant. I'm telling you, She may never have been pregnant. Or if she was, it wasn't his child. I'm telling you, clarify. This has to do with, she was never pregnant. Make a decision. Challenges. Patience. This man continued to work on his inner healing. This woman probably said she was pregnant to come back. Love spell. Look at this shit. The love spell. The belief in the pregnancy, he may have believed this shit because she did spell work. It was in here with the magician in reverse. She did spell work to make him believe that she was pregnant. Okay. She could have even used fake urine, fake pee. I told y'all I kept hearing that shit last week. To say she was pregnant. Manifest exactly what you want. She could have used spell work to get pregnant. That could be a problem too. Caution, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. She could have said she was pregnant, or she could have used spell work to manifest a pregnancy so she could say, you know, oh, I can't work, I need help. And this is somebody that's like, okay, well, you know, I need a place to stay and the baby is coming and did it. This is someone that manipulates earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And liar. I'm telling you, this person lied. This person lied. This person is definitely a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. They lied about a pregnancy. They either said it was his. The man could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. They either said that the child was his. The real father could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, is what I'm hearing too. Give it time, everything in divine timing. Everything is coming out the way it's supposed to. The spy. Someone's got their eye. This woman did research on this man. To play this whole facade, she researched this man. She researched his friends. She researched everything so she would be able to play it. Pets. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. Did they buy a dog because she said she lost a baby? Confession. Someone has something to tell you. Fire sign. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. Somebody's leaving this situation because the truth has come out. Mercury retrograde. The truth has come out. Review everything. Intuition. The red flags you ignore will come back to bite you later. This person ignored the red flags with this person. Look, somebody's moving on. Somebody is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. Somebody's trying to make somebody stay, but they're done. This shit is done. They're like, I'm over this. I'm done. Okay. So I'm going to give one more card and then I'm going to end this shit. Moving. Somebody's changing residence. I told you somebody's leaving. Somebody's leaving. And look, you will be traveling soon, going on vacation. Okay. Open up your heart. And narcissist. Someone was dealing with a narcissist. This narcissist isn't going to stop. Whoever this woman is, she's not going to stop. She's not going to give up. And if this is a man, because it could be a man, okay? This man is not going to give up. They're not going to stop, okay? God said, take what you can take, get the hell out and go on, okay? Somebody's got, this is like we went to court or we went through everything came out. I finally done with it. I pack up my car. I'm leaving. I'm hitting the road. And this person shows up at my house. And they're like, you're not going anywhere. And you're like, get the fuck off my car. Like, bitch, you don't understand. This is somebody that's like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to have to hit me to leave. Yo, this is bad right now. And this is like somebody saying, no, it's not over. It's not. Yes, it is. Everything is done. Everything is out. Let it go. This person is like, no, I'm going to do something to make this person go to jail so they can't leave. Whoever this is, you need to be on your shit. Queen of Wands, what'd I say? She's like, no, I'm going to come and do some. This person is crazy. And she might bring 2 other people with her. This is like a whole group of cronies. Look, I'm telling y'all, somebody going to jail. So I don't know who this is, but this justice card with the hermit, this is a cell. Somebody going to jail. Somebody better be careful because this woman really wants this man to go to jail. That's what she wants. It's like, oh, okay, so you found out everything about me? Boom, cool. I still want this person to go to jail. I still want them to lose their temper. I still want them to lose everything. It's like, I'm mad because I got found out. That's what this is. I'm mad because I got found out. Yep. Stand in front of the car. You better call the cops. Call the cops and let her stand in front of the car. Call the cop. Don't get out the car. Call the po-po ho, and I mean it. Don't go and get out the car. Because she's going to be, she's not going to move. I'm telling you, she's not going to move. Bankrupt. She's mad because she doesn't have your money anymore. Dust it off. Look, this person likes to party all the time. And this person has an STD. Some of y'all lucky y'all getting out of this with your male phallic intact. For some of y'all, this woman has an STD and she was trying to give it to you. Okay? Dirty offer. This person wants to get back with you so she can infect you with something. It could be HIV. It could be HIV. I'm not even going to lie. It's people out here like that. Drama starters. See, I told you she's going to show up. This person is going to show up. Yeah, wasting time. She's going to sit there like you're not going anywhere. You're not leaving. You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay stuck with me. Look, I told you, didn't I say in tranquil spirit? Nightmares. This man's been having nightmares, paranoia. He can't sleep. Yeah, buddy, I wish I would. This started off as a third-party situation, friends with benefits. And this is the friends with benefits from hell. I told y'all that shit ain't cool. Y'all better stop this shit. Y'all don't know these people. You do not know these people. You out here giving away cookie to people. Photo proof, getting evidence. Somebody's getting evidence. And she's like, I don't care. This is like seeing a video of her sleeping with somebody. And you're like, but you're sleeping with this person. They're like, that's not me. I don't care. And you're like, so you just gonna go out here and sleep with another dude or do this or whatever. She's like, I do what the hell I want to do. And you're like, so you just gonna cheat on me. She's like, I don't care. You got a problem with it? And you're like, I'm leaving. She's like, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, your ass gonna stay right here and I'm gonna keep fucking them and fucking you and do what I want to do. And you're gonna pay my bills and do all this shit. I don't care. And if you touch me, I'm gonna call the cops and tell them that you touched me. That's this. That's this. See? She doesn't like that she's found out. She's getting ready to lose it. Groupie. Yeah, she does what she wants. She sleeps with whoever she wants to. And this masculine got proof, cop blocking, that she was literally out here sleeping with all these other men. And she was basically blocking him from moving forward with his divine feminine. I want you back. And he wants his divine feminine back. He's like, I want this person back. No, 33 in the room, 33. I told y'all waiting. So somebody's been waiting for the opportune time to go after their divine feminine. Yeah, this woman has bad habits. She could be have drug addictions, but she also bad habits can be codependency. I'm surprised the devil didn't come out in this reading. And look, she keeps secrets. She's been hiding her drug addiction. If this woman, I did something like this a week ago. This woman has a hidden drug addiction. I'm telling you, she has a hidden addiction. She does. Uninterested. She's not either that or a sex addiction. And that's why she's not sleeping with him. She don't want to sleep with him. She don't even like him. She likes women. This woman likes women. I'm telling you this. Blocked on Facebook. So this woman likes women. I'm telling you. That's why she don't want to sleep with him. This woman's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. Okay? Let me get a couple more cards. Clarify this, her being uninterested, spirit. Clarify her being uninterested in him. Gold digger. Told you. They want your money. That's all she wanted him for, was money. Health issues could arise. This man could be having health issues dealing with her because this bitch will kill him. She's crazy. Communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. I think she wants him to, and he's not willing to do it. And she's getting ready. She's spazzing out because of that shit. Honeymoon phase. She's literally wants, let's fix it. Let's do the honeymoon phase again. That honeymoon phase shit gets old, you know. Let go, make room for new things. And she doesn't want to do it. Narcissist. Someone is too full of themselves. Told you. Give me one more. Someone else is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage. This person is trying to sabotage where you're going to. They don't want you to go. Yep. Fate, karma. Something is ending so something can begin. One more card and we'll shut it down. Gambling. Problems with addiction and gambling and bad finances. Told you. Can't even make it up. Can't even make it up. That shit is so real. I'm going to shut this down. This shit is so real. Divine masculine. Dude. This woman wants to see you go to jail. It looks like she's going to go to jail. But I'm just going to say, if she comes at your car, don't get out the car. I'm telling you, she's going to do something and tell them that you hit her or something. Just stay in the car. If she beats your car up, you're going to have 10 pentacles. You can buy a new car. Okay? You get a new car. All right? But you cannot get your freedom back. Okay? You cannot get your freedom back. And it's a cold, cold day. And it's in a cell. They don't even feed you like they normally used to. I heard that shit is rough. Okay. I would not want to go to jail. Okay. So that's what I have for y'all. All right. I love y'all. All right.